What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 41 of the Hive Mind podcast. We're on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play. Listen to us wherever you want to. This week might legitimately be short. I know I said that last week and we went 3 hours, but I don't have that much this week. I've kind of been slacking. So, what have you been up to?
Wow. Too much fucking Legion invasion bullshit. I've been trying to get some alts with these things before launch. So like I've been like fucking just chaining them, and I'm like I'm fucking done, man. I'm just fucking. I would play a different game or watch a movie or fucking beat it or something. Anything but this crap. But I'm
Are you
almost done.
actually actively doing the invasions or just AFKing them?
That's not XP anymore if you AFK
Oh, they
them.
changed that?
Yeah, you have to actually like kill things. So you can do it in a group, and like if you
Isn't it still insanely fast though?
it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. If you actually kill things and you get in like a tag group, because anybody in your group tags it, you get credit. So.
And I'm assuming it scales to where shit doesn't rape you, or no? Does it
Oh
just
no,
fuck you
well
up?
it does scale, correct, but the things do like rape you.
The
So
thing screwed me up, like the big guy at the end, like the big bad demon or whatever. Like if you're not killing the ads, then he'll fuck you up.
yeah, yeah. I think they just changed it recently, so it doesn't the things don't hurt as bad, but. Yeah, it's still pretty good XP. I saw you posting some shit about Feral Blood Talons or something, so you've been playing.
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, I think I changed my mind. Like I was gonna play Demon Hunter, but after seeing the way Feral Druids play, I think I'm gonna go Feral Druid.
Really?
Really, that's
What
part of the reason why I don't have much shit to talk about because I've been playing that.
what do you still is your stance still that it's the same that it's been since Wrath?
It is the same pretty much since it hasn't changed a lot. Like the core mechanics of keep Savage Roar up, then all your dots, that's been the same since like Wrath. Whereas if you compare it to like Fury Warrior, where it's just radically different this time around. Like Fury Warriors are completely different.
Right.
And Feral hasn't really been changed. But after seeing the way it hasn't been changed at all from a PvE perspective, but from a PvP perspective, it is very cool. If you spec into it, you have a 10-yard melee range on all of your attacks.
Right.
Like, you can just attack people from fucking far away. And you have, like, a 15-yard Rake charge stun. So Rake is one of your primary bleeds that has no cooldown. And you can just charge around with it. Like, I'm going to post some arena footage maybe tomorrow if I am not lazy, and dude, it's really fun to play in arenas. Now, PvE perspective, it's been the same since forever, but PvP is pretty cool the way you do damage anyway.
Cool. Yeah. Well, good. I figured you'd have been the Demon Hunter, but you got to go
I
back
did
to what
too.
you like. Got to go back to what you like. Yeah, the fucking I don't get why they're doing this launch bullshit though. It fucking launches like Monday at 3 a.m. Eastern, which is retarded.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought
Monday.
it launched on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, sorry, right. Tuesday at 3 a.m. So Monday fucking
That
night.
makes sense because that's 12 Pacific.
Right, but it's retarded. That's retarded launch time. Just
No, it's
launch
not.
it like
That's the launch time of everything. It's based off the West Coast.
I guess.
That makes the most sense. Like,
No, I don't think so.
what do you think? 12 Eastern would be better?
Yeah, 12 Eastern would be better. Or hey, how about we just launch in fucking in like when people are awake? But whatever. I guess it's fine. I guess
Yeah, I'm not
somebody
gonna
like
be playing at midnight unless I can't sleep or some bullshit happens.
right. I took some days off because
What a
it's
fucking nerd.
it's convenient that it's Legion launching, but like I needed some fucking days off anyway, and I have. I'm one of those people that never takes my vacation until the end of the year, and then I'm like, oh, I have fucking 2 weeks of vacation that I never took. So I guess you little fuckers will see me in January. I'm like that guy. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm
that
like,
guy right now too.
so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll burn fucking. We get a 4-day for Labor Day anyway, so I have Friday and Monday off anyway. So I'm really using 3 days of vacation to get the whole fucking week off. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for Crowfall. Which by the time that like soft launches.
There's no leveling in that game though. So
Yeah, but I still am gonna play it a lot. Like I think
wait,
anyway.
there is though, right? Like you don't. Well, not leveling, but like you get
There's
archetypes and
character
shit, right?
progression, but there's no leveling.
Right. That's what I mean.
But in the character, do you have a headset on? Is your headset really loud? I'm getting some reverb.
I can turn it down.
Turn your headset down a little bit. I'm hearing it.
I'm gonna turn
myself.
it down a little bit.
Anyway, there is character progression, but it's based. Are you familiar with EVE Online?
Yeah.
So you know how the skill progression works, where you just like click a skill and train it, and it trains with time,
Yeah.
like real life time. That's how it works in Crowfall too. So there's no, like, incentive to like go and kill fucking bears in the forest for hours and hours and hours, because you're not gonna rank up any faster doing it, because everybody gets skills based off of actual real world time.
Right.
But it's still a video game, and you're going to benefit more from playing it, but you're not going to overpower somebody statistically because you play more. Which I'm looking forward to, because I'm not a fucking hardcore gamer anymore.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, have they said any more about like where they're at with their fucking development?
Yes and no. They haven't said too much, but things are speeding up a lot. Like, for example, they are getting ready to release the Myrmidon. They've already announced the next class they're getting ready to release. So it seems like things are speeding up. Have you looked into it recently?
I saw today
The
that,
Myrmidon is fucking sick.
Yeah, I didn't see. I haven't seen it, but I saw they posted a video about it, and I was gonna look at it.
Yeah, I'll link it to you right now. This shit, there's a good chance I might play one of these motherfuckers. They're cool as shit. And you can kind of see it coming together a little bit. Like some of the, like back a few months ago, they had a little bit of a different like look and feel. They've changed some stuff around with the combat, and some new stuff has changed, and they've got some new like technology, but you can just watch that muted and kind of see. It's fucking cool. Like, I like that you like go down on all fours and you're sprinting. It's pretty dope.
That guy Thomas Blair, their design lead, looks like he would be a manager at like Hot Topic.
Hot Topic?
Yeah, like one of those guys that have worked there for like 35 years, and he doesn't really have the tattoos and the earrings of like the younger crowd, but he's still like the cool guy, like the general manager. That's what he looks like. General manager of Hot Topic.
Fucking, like, these animations are sick for the attack animations. Like, so like the whirlwind and shit is fucking dope. I don't know. I'm excited for this. It's the first class that they've released that I've actually kind of been a little bit excited for, because all the other ones are not really up my alley. But these guys, so they are like it's like a berserker class, and they have an ability where they take. This is like a core mechanic they have up most of the time, where they are immune to damage until the debuff ends, and then they take all of that damage all at once. But they have these other mechanics where they can mitigate that damage completely. I don't know. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely the animations of this are the coolest that I've seen out of them so far.
Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely gotten a lot better with like the newer classes have always been better looking, because they have more technology and newer shit to work with. So I would expect that before the game like soft launches, that they'll make a pass on some of the older stuff.
This is like older stuff. Like, this shit's been out like fucking like a month. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I mean the pre-alpha night stuff. No, I mean has it been a year? Since the very, very first testing started?
It's definitely not like they got fucking EQ1 fucking technology.
No.
Yeah, no, that looks good. I know a lot of friends actually are like holding out hope for Crowfall, because like all these other MMOs are like, I don't even know if there's like another like big MMO like on the fucking horizon.
There's not a single AAA MMO that's been announced that's like up and coming in the next few years.
So
like it's really Crowfall or bust for the PvP like crowd. Like, there's not another. Well, I mean, there's some other stuff, but I feel like most people are in the camp that Crowfall is probably the best bet. There are some other PvP MMOs that are around, but they're not as good in my opinion. They have like weird third person what's it called? Like dynamic cameras, and like you almost play like an RTS. I don't know.
Right. I saw a video of a couple of MMOs, but like they're all like Asian fucking port.
Yeah,
Like Revelation Online looks okay, but it's like, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like a lot of people that I've seen are like longtime WoWers are like coming back. So I hope that Blizzard doesn't fuck this expansion up
it'll
because
probably be, from what I've seen so far, it'll probably be one of the better expansions.
right. Well, it fucking took long enough to make it. You know what I mean? Like this fucking shit's been like forever and a day fucking trying to make Legion, so we'll see we'll see.
Some guy wanted us to talk about this is a comment, but I wanted to get to this before we forget it because we inevitably will. Somebody wanted us to talk about this Lost Ark game. Like he has asked like a million times and we just never addressed it, and it's on topic with the MMO shit. It's a new MMO. It's an Asian MMO, which automatically kind of like makes me not give a shit. Yeah. It's like Diablo. It's very similar. Like if somebody linked this to me and was like, "Hey, check out the new Diablo patch," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's kind of neat." But apparently this is an MMO, and this is another MMO with one of those forced action camera perspective things.
I think I've heard of this game.
It seems like it's a PvE thing.
Yeah. It looks okay. I think
But it's an Asian MMO, and this fucking, you know how those go.
I think the general consensus is that BlizzCon will be some Diablo drops. Like a new Diablo either expansion or like
when is BlizzCon? Is it November or whatever?
October? No, yeah, November I think, like the 4th or some shit like that.
I wonder if they'll probably do something with Sombra, the new Overwatch hero.
All the way at BlizzCon? You think it'll be that long?
I don't know, maybe not. I wonder if they're gonna drop a big bomb or if it's just gonna be a smaller BlizzCon, because WoW Legion is already a thing.
Right.
Overwatch is already a thing. Heroes of the Storm, like who gives a fuck? StarCraft has just recently had that new expansion, kind of recently.
Did they?
I think so.
I still got that what's that pet in Heroes? I gotta get the level 20 in Heroes to get my stupid pet. Which I haven't done yet. I don't know if I'm going to either. Like I just don't like that game. It's okay. I played it, but I'm just not like a MOBA guy.
Yeah, neither am I. Like I like Paragon. It's probably my favorite MOBA, but I still don't like MOBAs.
Right. Yes. Have you seen in other news? Did you see that Tony Romo fucking broke his back?
Yeah, I looked at the hit. That's one of those just freak hits that's not like a brutal hit, but he just landed like it was just the right angle, and it was definitely an awkward hit.
Dude, that guy is made of fucking paper. Like he just needs to retire because he's gonna kill himself. Like he's out all season.
Him and fucking Brett Favre, dude.
Yeah, Brett Favre did retire. So,
yeah, but it took him like 8 tries
to retire. Yeah. Yeah, this game looks all right. I'm probably gonna turn this video off because I'm not that interested, but it looks okay. Remember that game,
Go ahead.
Devilian? Remember that game, Devilian?
No.
That was actually a pretty fun game. It was like a MMO. They advertised it as like a MMO action RPG. So like it was an action RPG like Diablo, but there was like quests. Like you would go up to like a little exclamation point, and it would tell you to go do something, and you would do a quest like you were playing an MMO, but it was an action RPG format. Wasn't bad actually.
I'm really looking forward to Crowfall without having the PvE content. Like I think it really is going to be so much more engaging having like players determine like how things are.
Yeah.
Like part of like as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized how ridiculous the whole like questing aspect of MMOs is, and how kind of silly it is that you just do this like arbitrary like shit.
Yeah.
That is easy.
Well, that's what I was thinking about.
And like I totally get the value of like fleshing out the world and like telling a story and shit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just sucking the dick of Crowfall way too much in these other games like Eve.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, like, so when WoW drops a new expansion, like what? why do you need a level up experience? You know what I mean? Like I think it's like I feel like Force has probably made a video about this or some shit or Fever. But like
Yeah, Fever, I could see making a video about this.
that's what I mean. Yeah, Fever. Like what? Why do you like need that? I mean, I get why it's there, but it's just like it doesn't
Well,
have to be.
like
Like
it's not that I dislike it, it's just that it's so expensive. Like that's where like 90 like 80 to 90% of the money for MMOs goes is the like single player questing experience in the PvE zones. Like it
right.
takes so much manpower and art and stuff to design all those quests and make all those
But
little.
if you didn't have that, like if you just took it out of WoW, like what would what would WoW have? Like they would just drop a bunch of dungeons that you know what I mean? Like they still have to make a
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, the game. See, yeah, you can't really do it. You can't really like say what would WoW be because WoW is a PvE MMO. But I mean, just looking at games like Eve and Crowfall and these other like PvP oriented games that don't have a story, but amazing stories come out of them. Like Eve has some of the most insane stories that come out of that game, and it's all organic.
Right.
Like I'm looking forward to that because I've never experienced that before, really. I mean, yeah, it happens I mean, yeah, there's crazy stuff that's happened in WoW in the past, but not to the same degree and frequency that it does in like Eve Online.
Yeah, WoW's crazy stories are like we were having a
Zybak crashed
funeral
the
for
server.
well no, we're having like a funeral for our dead friend who died from like I
I
don't
was
know,
there for that.
AIDS and then like some guild just like PvPs the shit out of the
Dude,
fucking
I'm so sad because that video got removed off YouTube for some music shit. For like music copyright. Dude, I was there for that. That shit was incredible.
in a
Illidan
good
back in
way.
the day was amazing.
It's still good. It's still like the busiest. Isn't it still the busiest Horde PV server?
Yeah, I was Horde at the time.
I don't
And
know
the
if it's PV or PV. I was on it
it's a
forever.
PvP server.
That's right.
Hence how that whole thing even happened.
Oh yeah, good
Um,
point. Fair
but
enough.
dude, it was so gangster what they did. So when they were holding the funeral for the chick, like everybody seems to assume that no preparations were made in case World PvP happened. Like everyone knew that World PvP was going to happen. So a whole bunch of other Horde guilds said, "Hey, we'll help like defend this thing." And a whole bunch of people came and defended the funeral, right? So we're all at the little town in Wintergrasp. Where is that place? Or not Wintergrasp. What the fuck is the name of that zone?
Winter spring.
Winter Spring. So we're all at that town in Winter Spring, and so the guild that actually crashed the funeral was Serenity Now, but there was another guild called Gnomeland Security, which was teaming up with Serenity Now, and they were all flying in from the flight path at the town in Winter Spring. So we just assumed the whole fucking force of people trying to fuck this thing up was coming in through the town in Winter Spring. What obviously happened was the Gnomeland Security Guild was a fucking decoy. We were slaughtering those people like no big deal, just killing them over and over again. Meanwhile, the Serenity Now Guild, the guild that actually killed everybody, was fucking running through the Furblog tunnels like little fucking miners. Dude, it was hilarious thinking back to it now. Oh shit.
So wait, what side were you
What a
on?
good. I was on the Horde side, defending the people and killing all those guys coming in from the town.
So
And
you
we
were
assumed
you were
we were
enjoying.
doing a great job. We are like, dude, we're fucking kicking their ass. Meanwhile, these dudes take this retarded route. They have to run like this is back in vanilla, so this is like a 40-minute run or some shit. They run like essentially all the way around the world and through the Furblog tunnels all the way up to Winter Spring and flank us, and no one was paying attention, and they just fucked the whole thing up. It's fucking unbelievably hilarious.
So you were trying to defend,
Yes.
yet
No,
enjoying.
I enjoyed it when I saw the video because
Oh,
there was just mass confusion when it happened because nobody assumed they would run all the way around the world and go through the Furblog tunnels and have the coordination to set up a distraction with another guild.
right.
Like you would like no one assumed that the troll guilds would be as coordinated as they were. It was fucking brilliant. Like WoW's not a game where like you can be like a real tactician, but that's one of the rare moments where and it was like a perfect storm. Like there's literally Furblog tunnels that no one runs through. Like that are pointless. but they used them. It's amazing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. And
Yeah,
then the forum drama was fucking nuts. People lost their minds.
yeah. I don't know though. It's like I don't know. That shit's like you're gonna have a funeral for your dead friend in WoW. Like really? Like why would
Dude, there was
just...
a lot of people at that thing, man. Like in game.
Yeah, I mean I get it. I guess just right. I mean that kind of shit would happen. You know.
Yeah, no, they called the server Illidrama.
Right.
They had a whole fucking like website dedicated to like all the fucking drama that happened on Illidan. That was a fun ass server back in the day, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Blood Legion wasn't. When did they actually emerge as like a world first,
Oh
U.S. first
shit!
guild?
I think it was back.
Was it
I
Kata?
think no, it was earlier than that. I think. There used
I
to
mean,
be
they've been
this.
around forever, but I didn't think they were like
There was
relevant
this
until they got
guild called
Riggnaros
War Ensemble back
with Troxed,
before.
right?
Yeah, yeah. I leveled with those dudes. There was a rogue named Fury, Furi, and he was a beast. Like anybody that knows what I'm talking about knows that dude was a fucking like god of WoW in all aspects. Like he was the first guy to get 2 Warglaives. He got rank 1 like every season, like a PvE god on like damage parses and yeah, dude, it was a good fucking time.
Right.
But yeah, that Trox guy really was a fucking lunatic. He
I
really was a lunatic.
I wonder if his soundboard is still up.
I don't know. That dude was fucking nuts.
Troxed Soundboard. I spelled his name wrong.
Yeah, he does. He lost like a whole bunch of weight apparently.
Oh yeah, there it is.
He looks very different.
Yeah, here it is. Look, I wonder if it works. Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah, here we go.
When I see an item coming on your side, Jaden, I want to like jump through my monitor and take control of your character and just for 5 seconds and move you out of the way and then let you have control back.
I always enjoyed fucking Riggnaros' fucking rants too. Have you heard his
when I see it coming, I'm
you
like,
heard his
okay.
little NBA Jams fucking thing, right? When he was yelling at this like I don't know if it was a trial or what, but you know what I'm talking about? Here, let's see.
You've seen the Maldaven gangster rap, haven't you? Yeah, that is like ultimate like god status. I feel like when you talk so much shit that people remix it into a song, it's actually good. I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen that?
No, let me watch. Is it good?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's just him
it's 4
raging.
minutes?
Yeah, it's just link it and listen to it later. It's just him raging at this fucking shaman.
Is there like a timestamp I can jump to get the gist?
Hang on. Yeah, somewhere probably.
I'm gonna fucking heal from the paladin. Alright, heal from either one of them.
Not really. You need to kind of listen to it. But he's like, he just does like, he's like 3 for 3 or fucking some shit when he's like going through these logs and like this guy's just being a fucking idiot. And finally he just gets him to like admit that he like didn't fucking do it. Like he's like, I put Earth Shield on the tank. He's like, the fuck you did? And he's like goes through these logs. He's like, let me find another death. And then he's like going through his deaths or whatever. And he's like, he's heating up. And he started just like fucking just ranting at this guy. Like it's pretty funny.
That's another one. Toughest kid in World of Warcraft. This is like a 30-minute rage saga of this dude. I can't really like explain it without giving it away, but it's 30 minutes of just pure entertainment. From Wrath of the Lich King, and I know this fucking guy. For some reason, I happen to know all of these motherfuckers. I know this. You know all the dickheads
of WoW.
I don't know how I managed to know all these fucking guys, but this guy's name was Chechlol, or he had his hunter named Prey Stalker. He still fucking plays the game, and is actually as crazy as dude.
What was the? I remember the You obviously remember the DKP minus guy about the. That shit that's like one of the most classic like WoW fucking rants of all time.
Yeah, it's good.
That shit is fucking funny. Man. Yeah, good times. I don't know.
I would get Myrmidon on the podcast if I could ever get in contact with him. He might be in prison or something.
You got to get Dantain on the podcast. I saw he linked
he put some new Twitter videos up with him in the hospital.
Yeah, I saw like he was like drinking a banana through a straw or some shit. Like he had like tropical smoothie or something, And he was like,
I'm not against having him back on the show, but it's like I want to have him on when he's got like something to like promote and like good news.
A fucking tube in his fucking yeah. Yeah, fair enough. We haven't had a guest in forever, man. We gotta have somebody on here. Somebody's
I've been being lazy and fucking playing WoW and shit. I'm hoping that when I like actually play WoW and kind of get back in the gaming ecosystem, I can kind of reconnect with some people. Because I've kind of just been a casual fuckhead.
What's when all this fucking Sombra bullshit? Like, I saw like the Blizzard's been doing some like hint droppy shit. Like, are they about to? Why would is there some event coming up or something where they would
they're
like
just teasing the character with little.
They don't usually do that like way far out from an announcement though. It's usually like a couple weeks out or a week or two out. You think it's like all
they've been
the way...
teasing it for a while. They've been teasing it since before before the game even came out.
The Sombra thing?
Yep.
Not as hard as they've been doing.
Not as hard, but they've been doing it.
Right. I wonder, is there like an event coming up though? Not right. Gamescom was it, right?
No, I think they're just teasing it and just giving people little fun things to do. I like when games do that kind of stuff.
You think it's actually like a character, or do you think it's like?
Yeah, it's gonna be a character for sure.
Yeah. I watched this show, Stranger Things. It was like, have you heard about this show?
Yeah, people say it's really good, but I'm not a big fan of like scary shit.
It's not, dude. It's like, so like the cast of characters is like, they're kids pretty much. It's not a kid show. Like, it's definitely an adult thing, but like, a lot of the actors are kids, and I feel really bad because like they're young, like white kids, and then there's three of them. There's like a kid with like these, I guess there's a disease or you can get where your front teeth don't come in. Well, he has that. And there's this other like pasty white kid. And then there's like the token black friend. And they gave this fucking token black friend like the worst fucking dialogue and most irritating lines of like all time. So like, I feel really bad and like hating on the black kid, but like the whole time I wanted him just to die and get eaten. It's kind of weird. Like it's a good show, but I feel like if you watched it, you would probably at the end of it be like, that was kind of gay. Like, even though it's good, you'd be like, okay. So
I know it's highly rated on Netflix, and typically Netflix ratings are pretty accurate. Like I've never watched something on Netflix that was rated highly that I thought was bad.
Yeah, there's usually like a conglomerate of like user reviews and
But
shit.
I have seen some stand-up comedy that's had like 2 stars that was good as fuck. So I don't know.
Who?
Oh, I can't think of the names of the people. Like, they're no-name dudes.
Oh. Right.
I
copied this, I saw this post online. It was like 10 ways to look smart as fuck in a meeting. Have you seen that thing?
No.
So like, hang on, I'll read it to you. I thought it was fucking funny. I told this to a client on Friday. So it's 10 ways to look really smart in meetings. Encourage everyone to take a step back. So you're just like where you just chime in like no matter what anybody's saying, and you guys, can we just take a step back, and then follow it up with a really quick, what problem were we really trying to solve? And boom, like instant credibility. That's one of them. The other one is like, let's see, ask the presenter to go back a slide. So like, it doesn't matter where you shout it out, but you get immediate credibility. Look like you're paying super close attention if you just have to say like, can we just go back a slide, and then just nod and point. I don't think you can think it's funny because you're not involved in fucking work meetings, but I'm telling you, that shit is fucking hilarious.
No, I am involved in work meetings.
Yeah, right.
But they're not like fucking traditional. Like,
right.
I mean, the work meetings for car sales, like, we traded for this thing. This is what it's got. It's more like spewing information, not like.
Right. This is like a presentation. Like the other one is like,
there's no presentation.
Translate all the percentages given into fractions. So if somebody ever says 25%, then just kind of rub your chin and go, so about 1 in 4.
This doesn't, dude. If anybody did this shit to me, I would think they're dumb as fuck. It's
it's fun. Like, The reason that that's fucking funny is because these people exist. Like when you go to an actual like meeting, you'll see people do this shit all the time, and it's not because they're trying to look smart. It's just like it's just habits that people have. Like happens all the fucking time. Actually, on Wednesday, we had this shit. We call it strategic planning, where like we have to set the company's like fucking like strategy for like the next 3 years. It is as awful as that sounds. And like all of this shit was in that meeting. We're like, dude, let me tell you how AIDS this shit is. So like the first like 20 minutes, we had to listen to like expectations for the day. And one of them, like this lady told this like fucking story about like there was somebody, and it's gonna be hard for me to recount this fucking story because I didn't even listen to it. But like it was some situation where you like weren't really you like playing basketball in a neighborhood, and somebody comes up to you after you miss a shot, and it was like, let me tell you what you could have done better. And they're like, how well do you think you're listening in that moment? And then someone's like, not very well. And they're like, exactly, because you're not there for that, blah, blah, blah. But if you're in the Olympics and the coach comes up the day before and has to give you an instruction, then how are you listening? And everyone's like, a lot better. And they're like, dude, fucking gay. So then, so she's like, so let's put on our Olympic listening ears. And I'm like, oh my God. Please shoot me in the fucking face. It's dude, so bad. Like that's the shit that you have to like fucking deal with. And yeah.
So like, yeah. So like I'm familiar with some of the stuff, like a little bit of the bullshittiness, but luckily, like where I'm at, it's not that crazy. But people definitely say the same canned phrases over and over and over again at the meetings because there's one every single day when I go to work. That's like, and they're short. They're like 10, 15, maybe not even that. Probably like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. But every day without fail, it's like, well, let's get out there and hustle and put a deal together. Anybody's got a deal? Come to me. Like, it's like the same fucking, like, and that's just one example of a canned phrase that this one guy says.
That is very Radfordy.
Yeah, no, he's a good old boy. But yeah, it's lots of the same canned phrases of like getting out there and hustling and putting deals together and just different ways of saying the same shit in a canned phrase. It's like, really, what else were you gonna do?
Right. Exactly.
Like, what else are we here for?
Right. Yeah, you need that motivation to get out of there and fucking yeah. No, I'm with you, dude. Like, yeah, like that's right. Exactly. But I think some people that are like in like management or like leadership style roles feel that they need to say shit like that to just like
rally the troops.
That just to prove like their own fucking worth. Like if I don't say those things, like, you know what I mean? Like I just
yeah, I mean I definitely get like motivating your people. Because, I mean, that's been, like, our local business has done very well because the people that work for us like working for us, and they fucking work for us for 50-plus years. Right. So I get the importance of that, but at the same time, they're saying the same canned phrases every day.
Dude, it's funny because, like, if anybody doesn't know, like, you live, like, where do you live? Like, 3 hours from me? You're about 3 hours from me. But anyway, our company sells in your area. So, like, Radford and that whole area is part of, like, our sales territory. So, occasionally, I'll go out that way or I'll deal with customers that are out that way. And, man, there are some fucking Cracker Barrel fucking people.
Cracker Barrel.
that live in your...
that's a fucking great...
In your fucking area,
dude. I'm going to use that shit.
I've
never heard that term before.
Like, fucking...
It's so appropriate.
It really is, dude. They're like, these people, like, man, it's hard to explain because they're not mean. They're really nice people.
Radford is way less hick than all of the other surrounding areas, though, too.
Right.
Like, are you sure you're not talking about like Pulaski County, like that area?
No,
Radford is pretty civilized.
When I say your area, I'm talking pretty much like
Southwest Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay, because Radford's kind of like this island of like where all the upper class educated people are at. It's like this little bubble kind of.
Right. No. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of funny. to hear that shit. Speaking of shit that I don't want to do, I'm actually going on the 15th of September for an informational session on getting my fucking like part-time, I guess, MBA. And like I don't want an MBA at all. Like I just don't. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but it's not really like helpful. But like, dude, the fucking GI Bill pays you $1,500 a month to be in school. So like,
how much does it cost to go to school?
Free. You get your school free, and they pay you $1,500 a month.
It.
So I'm like, well,
Man,
it's 1 or 2 nights a week that I have to go from like 7 to like 9:30.
and it's free, and you're getting paid for it, and it, I'm assuming, would help your employment, or maybe not.
Not my current employment. It would help me in the future if I ever went somewhere else. So it's like, yeah, all right, I'll do that. But it's like, I'm not motivated to do that at all. Like, you have to take the fucking GMAT, which is like this like a business school entrance exam. And it doesn't sound hard. It's like write a fucking essay and blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't know. So I'm not like worried about like that. I've been out of school so long, dude, that like, number one, like I'm scared that I may be like retarded in a couple areas that like
Dude, I fucking feel you, dude. I feel like the same way.
like,
And I've only been out of school for what, 4 years? 2011, 5 years?
yeah. So there's that. And the other part is just like, if I could just like start on like, this is going to sound really fucking lazy because it is. But if I could just like start on like next week and just go until I'm done and like whatever and just buy some books, like I would do that shit. But like this is like I have to go to a thing and I have to register and I have to take like a pre-exam entrance exam before I could actually apply, and then I have to like file for my fucking benefits because blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? Like this shit is just like I don't want to do any of that. Like if I can just start, it would be like a lot better.
Yeah, but you gotta jump through a whole bunch of hoops to even get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and I mean they're not even really like that big of hoops, but
yeah, you're just you're at that point where you're looking for an excuse not to do it, and that looks like a pretty good one.
Yeah, but $1,500 a month for 3 years, that's basically free money.
Oh, it takes that long?
It takes as long as you want, but they'll pay you up to 3 years. So you could do it in like
you're gonna make it take 3 years. That's what we're saying.
You're goddamn right. That's like it's like what that's 12 times 1,500.
Why do they even give you that option? Who the fuck wouldn't stretch that shit out?
Well, I mean they give you like a maximum amount of, like you can't just milk it, but if you want to do it
sooner, milk it for 3 years apparently.
I could have graduated when I went to UF for my undergrad. I could have graduated in 3 years. I had enough credits, but I saw that was coming up, and I was like, well, and then so my senior year, I was like, I could just take a bunch of classes that are fucking bullshit, and like I only had 2 major classes that I had to take before I could graduate. So I took one in one semester and one the other semester, and I filled my schedule with coaching offensive football. I took that. I took plants, plagues, and people. I took mold, mushrooms, and man, and I took Russian masterpieces, which is like a book, art appreciation, and I took growing fruit for fun or profit. That was like my senior fucking schedule.
Why do some of those classes even exist?
Alongside particle physics, introductory to particle physics, and quantum mechanics 2. Those are my other 2 classes. So it's like, and you know what? The fucking I think I told this on the show. The fucking most retarded thing is that coaching offensive football was by far my hardest class that I took in my whole entire degree. But, well, they offer them to like, and this is the stupid part about college, is that
the burn, bro.
Is that they want you to be like well-rounded, so you have to take electives, which is really dumb because like electives can be anything. That's why they're fucking electives. So I could take fucking, I don't know, like fucking jihad for dummies or something. It doesn't matter what you fucking take. You just have to take something. So all that shit I just took was just like elective bullshit just to fill out my thing. But yeah. So this doesn't have that though. Like the whole MBA, and it's a Master's of Business Administration. The whole thing is 48 credits. So it's not that many. That's
over 3 years. Like that's pretty light.
Yeah, full time. I think my undergrad degree was like 120 credits. So like, I think full time student employment or enrollment is 12. So if you do it for 2 years, that's it right there, right? 12 a semester times 4. So you could take like, I don't know, what is it, like 10 or 8 or some shit for 3 years and just stretch it out, which is what I would do. So anyway, yeah, been thinking about that.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of like school. I didn't do badly or anything, but I don't fucking miss it. That's for sure. Like I'm not like sitting here like, man, I wish I would have gone to college. Like I'm fucking...
I feel like too, like, you know, like in Billy Madison, where like he has got the money and he like goes back to school and he buys like the fucking like Camaro or the Thunderbird with like the fucking bird on the hood, and he like tries to be the cool guy, and everybody's like, he's like the cool guy from like 20 years ago. That's gonna be like me when I fucking go back to college. I'm gonna have like, I don't know, like my shit together.
I'm pretty sure with that like NBA stuff, I'm pretty sure you might be like with a lot of people your same age or older. Like I know a lot of people that go back and do that.
Yeah, you are. But anyway, so we'll see if I actually fall through with that shit after the informational session. I think it largely depends on how much work it's gonna be.
Yeah, if I ever went back to school, I wouldn't do anything like 4-year, like at all. I would do something trade oriented.
Yeah, trade. You can make a lot of money in trades.
Machinists are like, dude, I know a dude that's a fucking millionaire, and you know what he does? Fucking repairs air conditioners, but he's a beast at it.
Yeah,
millionaire.
You can make a lot of money doing that stuff. Welders.
Well, I also know a millionaire that fucking owns a hot dog stand in Myrtle Beach. So, you know, you can hustle anyway.
You know, I think where the money is. I need to figure out a way to own one of these fucking self-storage units. Because that's where the money is.
My fucking granddad is crushing it with that.
Well, your granddad needs to leave those to me in his will. Because I need to, that's what I want to do is to
It's such a hilarious concept that people buy so much shit that they have to pay somebody to store the shit.
Dude, like, that is, I think self-storage units are probably the most genius thing in the entire world. Because all you need to do is buy the land, stick basically a fucking shed on it that has a bunch of doors, get some insurance, put a fence around it. You don't even need AC.
Yeah,
for
there is some bullshit to it. Like when people don't pay and you've got to auction off their stuff and whatever. But
yeah,
I think
like
for the
Christmas.
most part, yeah, my granddad for the most part has had very good success with them. He's got a bunch of them.
Right. So that's what I need to do. I need to get your granddad down here and give me the fucking education, so I can go do that shit. But yeah, I'm still working on my like $1 million ideas. I don't have a good one yet.
You don't need one.
No?
No, you just fucking save your money. You'll get there. You said you make 6 figures. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll get there.
You'll get there like
I want it faster than that.
Soon as fuck.
Yeah, I want it faster than that though. Well, yeah. We actually don't save too much money. Like, we make a lot of money, but like that's that whole thing. It's like, you know, like more money you make doesn't necessarily.
Lifestyle inflation.
You definitely don't need like, yeah, exactly. We will at some point. Like as soon as I'm gonna get a raise the end of this year, and then
you'll have even more shit to buy.
No, we're actually gonna downsizing the house and stuff. No, we'll be good. We'll be good. But anyway,
I feel like I'm very fucking responsible for my age. Like I'm almost concerned that I'm depriving myself because I'm being like making like as good a decisions as I am. Like a part of me like wonders if I'm going to regret being so fucking conservative and boring.
You probably are. Young. It's a balance, dude. Like you need to.
But at the same time, I'm gonna be 40 and be like, that was a good move. Good move, Zybak. Way to save that fucking money.
Yeah, I mean it's a balance, right? Like you got to be able to like
I'm not depriving myself.
Like look at it this way. Like if you slept in your like car and shit, right? Like go.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Yeah.
If you slept in your fucking car and shit until you're like 45, and then you're like rich as fuck, right, for like the rest of your life. Like you still wasted like 25 years, you know. So it's like there's a balance. Like it's good to be responsible, but at the same time, like I think the key for a lot of people, and I think young people fuck this up a lot. Like I definitely fuck this up, is that people spend money on things and not experiences. Like experiences are fine to spend your money on generally. Like if you want to go do fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna remember that shit for a long time, and it'll like lead to some fulfillment. But like if you buy like I don't know, like a fucking dope sound system for your fucking Honda Accord, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really. You won't remember that forever, you know. So it's like. Be judicious with your spending.
Dude, luckily I've learned a lot of my lessons pretty early. Like I'm very aware of the fact that people buy shit to make themselves happier, and then you become complacent with it. Like you buy that fucking cool car and it's cool as shit, right? But a year later, it's not that cool anymore because you've had it for a while, and I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I learned that lesson. I had to fucking file for bankruptcy when I was like in my early 20s, and not all of that was because I wasted money. Some of it was because I got cleaned out in a fucking divorce, but still I should never have been in that position. So I learned that lesson pretty hard. I buy a lot of shit though. Like whatever I pretty much want I can kind of buy. So
yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Like I could, like for my next car, like I could buy something fucking cool, like cash. Like I'm not trying to brag, but you know, I could just flat out buy something cool as shit, but I'm not going
your
to.
Family also owns a car dealership, so it does help.
Not with new. Not with. I mean, it does help, obviously.
It does
it
help.
helps. It helps with used, which is what I'm gonna do.
Well, it helps
used
with both.
cars.
Just the margin on new cars just isn't that good.
Yeah, but on used cars, that's why.
Yeah,
that's
right.
another example of why I'm going to get used, is because there's a good chance we'll get something for a fucking steal.
Yeah, of course. Because
and I'll pick it up at cost.
Trading some shit in is like, if you don't know what you're doing, like
it's like
man,
it's like GameStop. We'll give you 2 nickels.
Right, and they're like, oh, we'll give you $3,000 off the price of the new car. Just give us yours for nothing. We're gonna make 10 on. You know, it's like I get it.
So my next car, if I can get the same thing I fucking got, I'll fucking do that. But
what do you have? What do you drive?
2002 Cavalier.
Wow.
It's a lady magnet, bro.
Wow. That thing just probably smells like all the pussy you get in it, doesn't it?
I have gotten pussy in it before. I've got some fucking damage on the inside of my car.
Yeah?
Because of it. Yeah.
Like a fucking...
This is back when I was a fat dude.
Well,
dude, I barely fit in a thing, and then I had a girl on top of me, too. So I ended up...
You actually broke your seat.
No, I didn't break the seat, but I broke... Well, I didn't break it. She broke the mirror, like the pull... You know how the thing you pull the mirror down? That fucking thing is shattered. And I haven't fixed it because fuck it.
Is that your car, or is that just...
Oh, it's my car.
That's a generic... No, it isn't. That's his...
Oh, no, that's what my car looks like. It's the same color. My car looks exactly like that, but it's got a dent in the back on the wheel. Back on the back left wheel because somebody hit me in a fucking parking lot and ran off.
Right.
But that's the general look.
You need to be driving like a fucking... You need to go get just like lease or do something with like a...
Dude, leasing is fucking retarded.
No, not when you own the fucking dealership. It's not. Like...
I don't own the dealership.
Yes, you do.
I don't own it.
You know what I'm saying? You need to have yourself a vet, bro. Not even like one of the retarded new ones, but like a C5. You know how much you
one of those
for?
Nice cheap C5s. Yeah, those are going for what? 10 grand now?
Are they?
No.
They're not that. They're not that expensive, dude.
Dude, dude, anything with a Corvette fucking logo on it is gonna be expensive.
No. What? When did they discontinue C5s?
I don't even know.
Hang on a second. Autotrader.com. Let's see. I bet
they're at least 40 grand.
Let's see what deal old dope can secure for Zybak here. Chevrolet, not a Chevette. What is it? What am I looking at? Corvette.
Yeah, 40. They're in the 40s.
Corvette. Let's go under $30,000. Zip code. What's your zip code?
I'm not gonna spend $30,000, dude.
I'm under 30,000. All right, let's go under 20.
Dude, I'm not gonna spend any. Dude,
under
the
$20,000.
cars that I'm gonna be buying are fucking used, like few $1,000 cars.
Look here. Used 2000 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, $18,500, 36,000 miles on it. Exactly. Those Corvette,
I'm still not getting a car. Like, it's fucking pointless. Like, my whole stance on it is nobody gives a fuck if you're young and drive a shitty car. But when you're a fucking millionaire at 40, that's way fucking cooler.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather.
If you want to trail for like some 18-year-old fucking impressed by car puss, yeah, sure. I will. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal. My goal is to be like fucking 40.
Yeah, your goal is you're fucking married and your life's over.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it sucks. Thanks for that. I'm telling you, dude. You're gonna need a GoPro on your dick, and I'm gonna fucking direct your life. Actually,
I've got a game plan, right? So this is the general game plan. We're
moving close to October, so you're gonna have to fucking unveil whatever.
Well, it's the end of October. It's actually like November, like early November. But my game plan is this. So I am a good-looking, strapping young male right now. So things are as easy as they're gonna get. So as my looks depreciate, my fucking net worth will appreciate. So by the time I am falling apart in my 40s, I'll be fucking loaded. So hopefully the scale will stay balanced in a way.
Right.
That's the game plan.
Yeah?
Okay. Luckily for dudes, you've got a lot more time than women.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that saying of men age like wine. And
you can't be.
Like
the thing is, though, is that when you get 40, you're gonna find like super attractive women that are like in their fucking like 20s, like really irritating because they're.
I'm sure.
They're gonna be like like I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know why I was, but anyway, like at my age right now, there's no way that I could like do anything for any amount of time with a fucking 18-year-old chick. Like, even though that's legal and I could fuck them without like going to jail, like there's no way, dude. Because like they're so like they would be so irritating and clingy, and God forbid she's a virgin, and then you like fucking you pull yourself into that fucking bear trap.
Yeah, I haven't like I wouldn't have felt the same way as you did probably a few years ago, but after realizing like how much smarter you get year after year, like you probably like I bet when you were 25 you thought you were pretty smart, right? And now that you're 33, you probably go, man, I was a fucking idiot back when I was 25. And now I'm starting to realize that, like, luckily I've got this whole, unluckily I've got this whole YouTube fucking backlog of everything of my entire life for the past 5 years, so I can just see how dumb I really was, and it's there. But yeah, it's weird. Like, it's almost like you're some super smart, like, artificial intelligent being, and like people that are younger than you just.
I think you just get more experiences. Like you get perspective from fucking up all kinds of things over the course of your life. And then that leads you to not be so stupid.
Yeah, I try to really pay attention to people that are like I'm one of those people that strongly believes that being older just makes you smarter. Like it just makes you I think some straight A, fresh out of college, brilliant dude is dumber than the 60-year-old janitor in a lot of ways.
Yeah, in life. Yeah, that's why, like, yeah. That's why, like, if someone's older, like, you just got to give them, like, a baseline, like, level of respect that I don't think a lot of people generally do. Like, I see it in our fucking...
Dude, it's the Respect Your Elders podcast.
Dude, it is. Fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of respect, dude, you see all this fucking Colin Kaepernick bullshit?
I saw it trending on Twitter when you linked me some shit. What happened?
I linked you shit? What did I link you?
I think I was on... You mentioned Twitter, and I got on Twitter, and it was trending. What happened with that dude?
I don't think that was that because this happened
Whatever.
just
Just
today.
go on.
I don't think I linked you anything today. But anyway, this fucking dude, Colin Kaepernick, is a black. I think he's black, but he was like raised by like white parents. He was adopted by like white parents. Anyway, he decided that he's not going to stand for the national anthem at the 49ers
What a
preseason
fucking
games
piece of shit.
because he's protesting. He cannot support. You can read his statement verbatim if you want, but he can't support a country that like lets minorities and black people like die in the streets while cops go on paid leave and shit. Like you can read his statement, but that is pretty much the gist of it. Here, hang on. Let's see. Colin.
He's fucking 28. What a dumbass.
Statement. Here we go.
See, this is one of those things where you look at somebody's age and then you realize how fucking pathetic they are. Like, it'd be one thing if this dude was, like, just fresh out of the NFL and he's, like, 21 or some shit and he said some dumb shit like that. But this dude is old enough to know how stupid that is.
Here we go. It says, he said, God damn it. I'm not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. To me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. There are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder. So he's not going to stand up for the national anthem. So, like, and then the 49ers are, like, in a rough spot, right? Because there's, like, people on all sides of that issue. And you've basically, like, if you're fucking Kaepernick, you're, like, forcing them to take a side or a stand or have to say something. So the 49ers said, this is like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because if you cut them, then basically you're going to have all like the Black Lives Matter people go like, oh my God, like, you know, the 49ers, blah, 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 you know. But if you fucking tell, you know, if you're like, support them, then you're going to have all like the fucking, anyway. So the 49ers said, the national anthem is and always will be a part of pregame ceremony. It is an opportunity to honor our country and reflect on the great liberties we are afforded as its citizens. In respecting such American principles as freedom and religion of expression, or freedom of religion and freedom of expression, we recognize the right of an individual to choose to participate or not in our celebration of the national anthem. So basically, they're like, well, it's on him.
Let the states decide.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, dude. He there's like videos all over the internet now of like people like burning his fucking jersey and shit.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I have no tolerance for that stupid shit.
Why do you think it's stupid?
Just because like this country's obviously done well by him. Like clearly.
Right. Like, should he donate his fucking like paycheck?
Yeah, why don't you donate all your fucking money to go help whatever. the Trayvon family.
Donate all your money to Trayvon Martin's family?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fucking use it. I'm sure they'll take it.
I'm sure they will too. Or what about like the reparations Black Lives Matter people? Just donate your paycheck to all black people in America.
Yeah.
I think it's bad because like the national anthem and like in America in general and the country is a lot bigger than like that issue. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, like I thought, dude, that's the most important thing ever. Black Lives Matter, bro.
Well, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that like his statement is like nuking a fucking ant colony with like an atomic bomb. Like you can't just like.
Yeah, dude,
you know what I mean? Like it's so retarded.
It's recreational outrage. That's fucking all it is. Like if there was some actual shit going down, like if this was like the Cold War and we had to worry about the Russians getting to the moon before us, like nobody would be talking about this shit. Like it's because there's no other bad shit happening that takes precedent.
Yeah, he's like, I've been thinking about this for a few months on how I was gonna like. It's been bothering me on like how I was gonna make my stand, and this is what I'm choosing. And if they take away,
how brave.
They take away football, like so be it. Like this is more important than blah blah blah. Like, all right. Well,
how
anyway.
brave.
Anyway,
what is he wearing a hoodie and Skittles and eating Skittles at the same time?
Dude, don't you fucking talk shit about Marshawn Lynch. That fucker is the most
No, I'm making fun of the Trayvon Martin thing.
Oh.
With the Skittles and the hoodie. Marshawn Lynch is fucking I don't want to. I'll say smart. Like he's a fucking pretty smart dude. Like I'm sure he isn't winning any like whatever crazy academic awards, but the dude didn't spend any of his NFL money. He like invested it. He was fucking brilliant with the Skittles shit. Made a shitload of money off that, and retired. I think he retired from the NFL as well. On top, probably before he had any crazy amounts of brain damage. Like dude, fucking killed it. And he played the media fucking excellently. He did that whole like, I'm just here so I don't get fined, blah blah blah. Like he obviously knows that, he obviously knew that him saying that was gonna bring all this attention to him, and like he was smart. He played that fucking brilliantly.
Yeah, but that's just him though. Like if you listen to his sense of humor is like probably like
it's really dry and it's like
the most unintentionally funny shit.
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever
good.
Heard.
I wonder if that brilliance is just luck or if it's both. Like, because surely he knows if he just goes up there and says, "I'm just here so I don't get fined" for like 30 minutes straight. Like, they're obviously going to write stories about him. They're obviously going to make a big deal about it.
I think that was just because he was tired of, like, the stupid, like, his point was, like, all right, we go to these fucking things. Like, I'm just here to play football, right?
Yeah,
like,
but
why do I need to go?
He's not stupid enough to not realize that when you're an NFL player, the media and the whole spectacle of everything is part of the package. Like, you don't.
No, right?
Just
I know,
show
but
up to play football.
I think he did it because he just didn't want to fucking deal with it. Like he doesn't want to go answer like, what did you think about on that run? He's like, what the fuck you think? I thought I needed to fucking score. Like, stupid
I saw the end zone and I fucking ran.
Right. I guess I'm
giving him a little bit more credit than maybe he deserves. I feel like he, in a lot of ways, played that up and was pretty smart about it.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't. But whatever it was, it worked out, and he fucking played his cards right, and he didn't fucking blow apparently he didn't spend any of his NFL money. Like all the money he's spent in his NFL career came from endorsements and shit.
And his beast mode light brand, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking smart.
Yeah. So.
And he retired before he tarnished his legacy.
Yeah.
I think he didn't running back. That's a brutal position, man. You can't fucking do that. Especially the way he plays. You can't fucking do that for too long. And I think he lasted a while.
Did when we had our last podcast, did we have this Ryan Lochte fucking thing? Did we talk about that a lot?
I think so.
Yeah. Apparently, all his sponsors dropped him.
That's not surprising.
You know who we haven't talked about in a while is fucking Clinton and Trump. Man, they've been haymakering each other on social media. Have you seen the debates are gonna be really fucking good, dude? Because I think the gloves are off for both of them right now. You know what I mean? Have you noticed that?
I haven't been paying as much attention because it just got really boring for a while. But I hope it sparks me up again. I'm looking forward to it. I want it to be a complete shit show from now until November.
Yeah, the first debate is September though, right? Pretty sure the first debate's September something or other. Yeah, we'll see.
Did you hear Hillary Clinton denouncing the alt-right?
No.
Are you familiar with what the alt-right is? The alternative right is what she called it.
I think so.
It's the Trump memers. You know how I said on previous podcasts, I wonder if all this Trump meme shit is going to actually have an effect on the election?
Right.
Turns out it has. The Hillary Clinton camp fucking hates the Pepe memes and the Trump memes, and she came out and said look, I denounce these internet deviants, some shit like that. She addressed the fact that the 4chan Trump memers exist and they fucking love it. It was a great day for 4chan and the Donald
Trump. It was the victory for memers everywhere.
Yeah,
did you see that?
She addressed it and was talking shit about it and saying how it was terrible and that these internet vigilantes are killing like politics or something. I don't know, like some
Did
shit.
you see? Did you see that the Cincinnati Zoo had to close down their fucking social media
Did you
accounts?
see the thing I linked about that?
No. What was it?
I had a tweet that went like a little bit mini viral.
It got like 5 retweets.
Yeah,
It's
mini
not
viral, bro. I've had a few that have actually gone like kind of. Let me see here. Link tweet, copy link to tweet. Here we go. Yeah, this is pretty funny.
What we got? Just like they deleted Harambe.
Yeah. Dude, I like the Harambe memes. I don't know. Like typically I don't like the what's it called? The what's the word? Shit. I can't think of the word. I feel like a dumbass. Like the super popular things, the mainstream memes. But the Harambe shit is funny as fuck to me.
Have you seen this? So this guy goes to this football game, dresses up as Harambe, and starts dragging kids around.
That's hilarious.
Like, that's fucking like next level fucking funny. In Cincinnati.
Oh my god. Please tell me there's a video.
I think there is.
Rip Harambe, he's chasing around a guy in a banana suit. Oh my god. That's fucking incredible.
Like,
dude, he's engaging the crowd and they're doing the wave.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
this is amazing.
You thought you're fucking, you thought you're like...
Dude, people in the crowd at this football game have Rip Harambe signs.
Yeah, dude. Dude, this Harambe thing is fucking like...
So I wonder... I really think a lot of the success of this meme is because the gorilla's name is Harambe. Like, it's just a fun fucking thing to say. Like, if his name was, like, George the gorilla, like, nobody would be making, like, Rip George. But, like, Harambe, it's got this, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's such a unique name.
What I want to know is, where did the dicks out thing come from?
I don't know, but...
Why is it dicks out for Harambe? Like, that's just funny. Like,
That's
I
why
agree with
it's
you.
funny, is because it's random.
Yeah.
It's funny because people that don't know what it means just have this weird reaction to it. They're like,
Right.
what's a dicks out? And what's a Harambe?
There was also a, let's see, Cincinnati Zoo Twitter DM. I saw this this tweet. Hang on.
I think it's gonna take a while. I think Harambe might be one of these immortal memes that like never dies.
Dude, have you seen? Did you see that? I gotta show you this. This is a DM that they got. It says, our DMs are open for families that have a quick question before arriving at the zoo, not jokes. Please use your DM for business only. This guy goes, hi, I was planning on visiting tomorrow and was wondering if smoking is allowed anywhere in the zoo. And they DM him back, hi, smoking is not permitted on zoo grounds. You're welcome to bring food and beverage with you. And then he goes, are you sure about that? Because you smoked my man Harambe for no good goddamn reason.
Oh my god. I like the emoji usage after that. He's got like an upset face, then a pondering face, then a surprised face.
Like, is there more of them? Like, no, okay, that was it. Oh, then they blocked him. They fucking blocked him.
Dude, that shit's never gonna die, dude. I think Harambe is an immortal meme.
You think so?
I think it's here to stay, man.
You know what's funny though is that there's no picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a word. Like, that's the crazy thing, is that there's not like a stock Harambe fucking like,
there is. There's one. Like, if you Google Harambe, there's like that one image that everybody uses. It's this one. This is one of the ones that everybody uses.
You just smoked my man Harambe. Oh, right.
That is a pretty handsome fucking gorilla. Like,
Right.
they had to kill like the most aesthetic gorilla.
Photogenic.
Yeah. Like, dude, he does look like a fucking innocent. Like, in all these pictures, like gorillas are fucking killers. Like, they fuck shit up. But like in these pictures, he looks like just a sweetheart. Like that fucking thing could rip me in half.
I'm still laughing, dude. You smoked my man Harambe for no good goddamn reason. Like that's fucking hilarious. Like you imagine like if their social media manager had to be like a 35, 40-year-old woman like curmudgeon. Like it couldn't have been like a 20-year-old kid because like what if they made you the fucking Cincinnati Zoo social media fucking Twitter manager and you got that shit? Like what would you do? What would be your response?
I don't know. I think at this point you kind of just have to embrace it. Like, what if the Cincinnati Zoo?
Would
just
you
came
respond
out
like
and
fucking
it?
like? Would you respond like lol?
Like dicks out?
You tweet back dicks out. That's fucking funny as shit, dude. I always think about that. Like, so
Dude, it's never gonna die, especially with the Cincinnati Zoo like closing down their Twitter and making a big deal about it and like letting the memers win. Like Hillary Clinton addressing the fucking Trump memers just like lit a fire under their ass.
What I want to know is so Chipotle has this guy named Joe, and the reason I know this is because all of Chipotle's tweets he signs. It's like dash Joe. Like, how do you like if I want to work at fucking Chipotle, like I'm gonna go into one and fucking put in my application. How do you like get to be the fucking Chipotle Twitter guy? Like, how do you get that job? Because like that's the job I want to apply for. Like, there's got to be enough companies that I can be like their fucking Twitter manager for like on like from my house for like money. You know what I mean? That's the job.
Apparently, that's not as glorious of a job as it sounds. I've heard a lot of people come out and like talk about being like the social media person, like the designated ones, like for
Are you the social media manager for fucking or for the dealership?
but it's different because we're not like a global brand. But apparently, being like the social media person for a global brand is not as glorious as it sounds.
No, it's horrible because everybody like tweets their fucking anger at you.
Well, it's not even that. It's because you have to be like really creative and I don't know.
And you also can't be offensive in all the shit you fucking tweet out. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, you got to be witty, but not.
I like it when people. Not all companies do that. Some companies straight up do some offensive shit that's funny as fuck. Like I'm looking through some. I'm trying to look through my favorite tweets here.
Taco Bell's was really good. Like
there's a few times where like some corporations will come out and say some fucking hilarious shit. I'm trying to find it. Maybe I didn't favorite any of these tweets. Maybe I just retweeted them. I'm looking through my tweets and I see the Make America Dank Again things where people like from Radford were tweeting out. Like, look at this guy with this fucking sign. Oh yeah, like the Sonic the Hedgehog official like SEGA Twitter said this. Like, here's one. We identify as an attack helicopter. Check your privilege. This is the verified SEGA account.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did they do that? That's February. Holy shit, that's pretty recent.
Oh yeah, this one was funny as fuck. You know the Miss America thing where they took away that bitch's crown?
Yeah, it was Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that shit, dude. Burger King is amazing. Dude, that's an amazing tweet, dude. That's fucking hilarious. And BK, everyone gets to keep their crown.
That's pretty good.
That is fucking next level, dude.
But you know how many levels of is this offensive that shit had to go through before they actually tweeted that out? You know what I mean? Like that's what you don't see. Is like fucking like that shit. But there was some other good ones too.
Oh, there's another tweet. This is not an offensive one, but this guy made a YouTube channel where he got 1 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers with no videos. And they gave him a fucking play button.
Wait, what?
So this guy made a YouTube channel, and all he would do was spam in the comments sections of other videos saying, "Hey, subscribe." And this guy got over 100,000. Like, I think he got close to 1 million subscribers without a single video. And they sent him a play button plaque, like this like prestigious YouTube award. I've got one, and it took me fucking forever to get it. And they sent him one with no videos. And on the thing, they printed 100K with no videos on it.
Wow,
that's fucking amazing.
That's pretty good, dude. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Um, Man, I don't remember. But that's pretty funny. No, what was? Stephen Colbert. Remember that Martin Shkreli guy, the fucking old CEO who had that markup of the.
Yeah, of that whatever AIDS drug or some fucking drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he tweeted. Stephen Colbert tweeted something about that guy being a douche. He was like, it was like the EpiPen thing. He was like, we're allergic to douche on the show, and it was like his picture. And then that guy tweeted Stephen Colbert, suck a dick, question mark. And then Stephen Colbert tweeted back, depends, how much are you marking it up? It was pretty good, dude. Like, I like seeing celebrities actually fight on Twitter, because then it's like, you know what I mean? Like that Hillary Clinton, like, delete your account thing was like...
That was dumb.
That was like the most like... But that thing, you know how many retweets that stupid shit got?
Because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did not think that was a fucking fire diss.
No, it definitely was not. But for her, you know, I think that's the thing. Like, for Hillary Clinton, I guess it was. But God, man,
Donald Trump has had some fucking hilarious tweets in his day. Some fucking ridiculous ones too, though. Like he tweeted out some shit about like women getting raped in the military, saying like, "Well, what did you expect?"
Oh right, yeah. Yeah. He had some hardcore ones that I don't think he would ever tweet if he knew he was going to be running for president. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember his do you remember when like people were calling him, I guess people started calling him fuckface Von Clownstick?
This is great. Look at this tweet. Adriana Huff is both attractive inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man. He made a good decision.
Yeah.
Dude, if this guy becomes president, holy shit. That is a fucking fire diss there. That is like next level getting shit on via tweet.
Let's see. It says, amazing how the haters and losers keep tweeting the name fuckface Von Clownstick. Like they were so original and like no one else is doing it. That was a tweet from Donald Trump.
Yeah, that was a bad move for him to even address it.
And he kept calling Jon Stewart John Leibowitz. Like he would always refer to him as like, yeah, dude, I don't know.
He's done some fucking stupid shit recently.
Who, Trump?
Yeah. He's made some bad moves, whereas back in the Republican nomination, like everything he did was brilliant. Like,
what are you referring to specifically?
Like just everything he did during the official, like during the nomination, like part where he was like up against all the other Republican candidates was just like really smart. Like he'd shit on people in these like brilliant ways. He didn't show up to that one debate. Like he won a debate and didn't even show up to it. Like that's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Like he's definitely lost that. Like he was like untouchable there for a while, and then he just started doing some dumb shit.
Right. Yeah. Now it's just like, man, he sank in the polls like right after that shit, like a lot to Hillary, but now I think like people are like over that, and he really hasn't done anything. So I think he's like reclaimed in the polls a little bit.
Yeah, he just needs to be entertaining again. Like, he hasn't done anything fucking hilarious in a long time.
I think that's the key to him winning. As bad as it sounds, like he needs to just double down on like his racist.
He needs to be funny. This is the fucking Comedy Central roast of the President of the United States. This is what this is. Like when he was doing all those gotchas and just shitting on people, like that's what like made him popular.
And now that he's trying to be a president, like
no, dude, nobody cares about your fucking policies. Come on, fuck off with that shit.
No one cares. Oh man. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got? What do you got?
Let me look at my list here. I don't have much.
North Korea threatens to fire at the U.S. What else is fucking new?
Oh, there was a dude cut some people's heads off in Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he screamed Allah Akbar.
Oh, good. So he's white.
Yeah, white
right.
Christian.
Mm-hmm. What is he like? I didn't see that on the news anywhere. Is that one?
I saw
that,
it on Reddit, and I was like, "Wait, is this like Roanoke, Virginia?" And fuck yeah, it was, which is like 45 minutes away from me.
Interesting.
That's really all I've got. I was gonna talk about like Demon Hunter stuff, but I'm not actually gonna be playing one.
I'll talk about it anyway.
Did you play the starting zone for Demon? Or what? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you this. What are you actually gonna play in Legion?
Two things. Well, a lot actually, but
what are you doing?
Main
first?
and my alt are gonna be a Resto Druid, and then my alt is gonna be a Demon Hunter, Vengeance.
Yeah,
so,
what did you think? Have you played the Demon Hunter zone? Starting zone?
I have 2 Demon Hunters, so yes.
Dude, it's good. I liked it a lot. I like what they did with like the story and like the cartoon like storytelling and shit.
Cartoon storytelling.
You know, where like you kind of get to see like Illidan from his perspective, and like how in his way, like in how like
we know what
they
did
a really
with that.
Good job with that.
They released that like. I think they just put that in the game. Like I don't think they actually made that for the game, but I think after they did, they were like, "This could go wrong."
Well, they put that like reflection well or whatever. I think they had it in mind because the two guys where you have to pick which side you're taking. Like, do you take the guy's side where he's questioning Illidan, or do you take the guy's side who's loyal to Illidan?
Right.
And
which guy did you take?
I took the loyal one. I took the guy
who's really?
loyal. Yeah, because you kind of see.
I took him because he looked cooler.
You took the Night Elf guy?
No, I took Kane, the loyal guy.
The Blood Elf guy? Yeah. No, I took him. I don't know. I thought they did a good job of like showing where Illidan was coming from with that. They did. I really like it when fantasy stories do that. When they show when the bad guy isn't just universally bad. When his motivations make sense, and how they, from their point of view, they're good, but from another point of view, they're not. Like everybody sees Illidan as the big bad guy because he like embraces the Fel and all this shit, but in reality he's, he's doing some bad shit, but it's for a greater good. And if he didn't do that bad shit, then everything would be fucked.
I've been I don't know, like when I drive a lot of places, so I bought this Audible.com has an app that you can get, and you can listen to like audiobooks. And like your first one is like free, so I bought that and I got the Illidan audiobook and I've been listening to it. It's pretty good, man. Like it gives you like a lot of the like fucking backstory about like I'm like halfway through it and shit, but yeah, it's a pretty cool character.
Dude, Star Wars needs to stop with the bullshit and get on board with the villains having intentions that make sense. Like Star Wars would be so much better if the bad guys weren't just evil for the sake of being evil. Like they do that in the extended universe stuff, but I was so fucking disappointed when Kylo Ren in Star Wars was just like, "Fuck it, kill the villagers, fuck it." Like, it just irritates me.
Yeah.
So fucking lazy when they could do so much better. And they have done better, but I guess they're too afraid to because they want Star Wars to be like like I like the movie a lot still, but I guess they don't want to be too confusing for the masses or something. I don't know.
Right. Did you see I linked a picture. Hang on, can I actually put a picture in? Hang on, I'll show you this Star Wars picture I found yesterday. It's pretty funny. Where is it?
Have you ever played that Knights of the Old Republic game?
No.
Yeah, so I haven't played it either, but I've heard the way it ends is absolutely like brilliant. Like the whole game, you think you're playing the hero, and it turns out you're actually the villain. Like I fucking love shit like that.
You know what I didn't like though was the ending, or like I didn't like the story to Fallout 4.
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Oh. There's no spoiler. This game's been out forever. So there's like a couple factions in the game, and you pretty much like have to like either side with like there's a lot of that like duality shit, like, oh, we're not really evil, but we're kind of evil, but you know what I mean, all that shit. But like, you either have to side with that group and then like fucking kill like the good quote unquote factions, or you have to side with the good, and like they make you like choose in this story arc that's supposed to be cool, but like at the same time, like I don't really want to make a choice. So then like my game just kind of like stopped. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Did you see I don't know if you saw this. Did you see No Man's Sky? Steam decided to grant anyone that wants a refund on No Man's Sky a refund regardless of playtime.
Holy shit, that's a big deal.
They're
Dude,
fucked.
they lost a lot of money just now then.
They're fucked. Yeah. Like, because like everyone I know that bought that on PC has asked for a refund.
Wow.
So
Dude, that's crazy. Valve is so gangster that they can just fucking do that.
Yeah, because like I guess there's like a waiting time on when they pay Hello Games. Because like Hello Games would tell them to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like if they were like, oh, by the way, we refunded all these people.
Yeah, I'm sure that, you know, it's in the contracts for distributing with Valve that they can just pull some shit like that whenever they want, because Valve is so big and mandatory that they can do whatever they want. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean they still made a lot of money from like PS4, but that's dude, I bet they lose half their fucking PC revenue from that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how many people know about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fair enough. But yeah, I saw that. So they're the other thing is, did you see that like a lot of people think Kurt Schilling will be like the new Donald Trump? Because you know who Kurt Schilling is, right?
I've heard the name.
He's that pitcher who got fired from ESPN for like all his like Trumpish fucking memes that he posted. He'd post like shit that like shits on Muslims and blah blah blah, and finally ESPN just like let him go. They think he's gonna like run for politics now and like be like the other Trump. But anyway, yeah. Do you when you on your like friends and shit, because we're still not Battle.net friends, and I guess we'll never be. But do you?
I'll add you right fucking now.
No, that's cool. I don't want to add you.
No, I'll add you right. I'll fucking forget if I don't. I've got it pulled up right now.
Nope, I'm not gonna add you.
What's your just tell me your tag, right, or type your tag in if you don't want.
My tag is fuck off.
Well, I literally have the box open right now. Just tell me, because I will forget. Or just type it in if you don't want to tell the masses.
No, because I'll get a bunch of like plebes that'll be like, run Mythic Dungeons with me. That's what usually happens when I put my battle tag out, is people want to get carried.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They do. That's not a joke.
I'm sure.
That's not a joke. Anyway, what was I talking about? I was saying something.
Mythic battle tag.
No, before that shit. I can't remember.
You were saying something about how you.
Oh yeah,
what
do you guys use? Do you guys use Discord? Or are you still on something else?
Who?
Your little group of friends.
Yeah. Discord. I don't, dude. It's kind of sad, but I don't really have like a core group of gaming friends, like that I really hang out with a lot. Like I've got people that I play Overwatch with when I play Overwatch, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Crowfall. I'm looking forward to getting back into a guild that I'm like really engaged in, and like it's one of those things where we're like bullshitting like at work and stuff like that in Discord. Like I want that environment again, because I used to have that in WoW, where I was just like, I don't know. I miss it. Yeah,
well, we are on TeamSpeak forever, my guild of people that came back. Discord is like, if you haven't used that for like your friends, like the only thing though, and I don't understand this about Discord, is why the fuck is there not a I want to get out of this application completely button? There isn't. Like if you hit an X, it just minimizes.
You have to close it out of the task manager, or out of the little task thing.
Yeah, so that's supposedly there's a thing for that. But whatever reason, mine doesn't actually, like if I right click on the Discord icon in my taskbar, it does nothing. It does not even bring up a menu. So I have to actually open my task manager and then right click on it, and then it gives me the option to leave it. But like, why if you make a fucking program, I hit the X. The X means I want to fucking leave you alone. Like I want you to go away.
And it
the X
minimizes it, yeah.
The X does not mean fucking keep.
There's a lot
hanging
of shit
around.
that does that. A lot of new programs fucking do that. It is kind of annoying.
It's like, yeah, that's what the minus is for. Like the you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, yeah. Back in my day, that's what it was for too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's my only issue with it. But other than that,
I'm curious how
really
they're gonna monetize it, because Discord is bad fucking ass, and surely they're gonna want to make some money.
Dude, there's
off it
an
at some
app.
point.
There's an app on like that you can get on your like phone, and it, like there's a you don't even have to download the fucking client. Like you can just do it on the internet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You
It's,
want to download the client though, for anybody that's wondering. The client makes it a lot better.
You do, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
And there's like a fucking unlimited users, like unlimited fucking like quality, like I'm with you. Like
it's completely free. It has in-video support. It's got GIF support. It's got private messaging and pass. Dude, it's the fucking shit. That's why I'm curious how they're gonna monetize it. Like, are we gonna wake up one day and they pull a Black Desert Online and just go full fucking pay to win? That was another topic I want to talk about. Dude, I fucking called it, dude.
Yeah, but okay. So how did they go? I think you told me how they went, but explain to me again how they went pay to win.
You can just flat out. So they added a subscription fee, and if you subscribe, you get more resources. Like you get gold faster, you get resources faster, whatever. So that's already one check on the pay to win.
Wow,
the pay money. Yeah. But in BDO it's different because that's a game that's oriented around grinding and killing shit.
Right.
And it's apparently significant. And getting gold in that game is a very big part of the game. Like currency and buying stuff and grinding for stuff is a big deal. So they also made it to where you can sell items that you buy on the cash shop for gold. Like you can buy an item on the cash shop and just sell it to another player.
Well, in that game, that is game breaking because in that game
around grinding and
no. The reason that makes that game breaking is that in that game, there's no such thing as soulbound gear. So if I'm out there like farming my ass off and I kill a bunch of and I raid or whatever, like quote unquote, or I kill world bosses and I get like the best gear in the game, I can put that shit on the auction house. And then super rich fuck comes on board and sells a bunch of shit and gets all the gold they need to go just buy that gear straight up.
Yep.
Like that is completely pay to win.
Yep.
Like I don't see. I think people apply the pay to win thing a little too early in games because
dude, but you can tell they're. See, I agree and I disagree. As soon as I saw the ghillie suit, I was like, "That's the direction this game is going." Like they would not.
They took that out of PvP though, as far as I understand it. Like they did roll that back.
But still, you could tell their intentions. Like when you release items like that, you can tell where they want to go.
Right. So you're saying that
real game designer knows.
That foretold their fucking.
It fucking did.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Anybody that designs games knows that you can't make a fucking item, a costume that makes your character's nameplate disappear. Come on.
Yeah.
And it makes you practically fucking invisible if you crouch in the ground. Come on.
The ability to buy gold in that game is game breaking because gold is the thing. Because you could be. That was the whole thing with that game is that if I wanted to be a fisherman, I could just fish my fucking ass off and get all the gold that I needed to go buy that gear. So fishing was the way that I fucking progressed in the game, which was cool as shit to me. I was like, all right, well, that's kind of cool. Like, if you want to do that, you can be a fisherman who becomes badass at the fucking game just from fishing. But if you could just buy fucking gold, then you're basically saying, well, you could play the game or you could just buy the best gear in the game.
Yeah.
Which
well, I mean, that and
most other games don't have that.
There's a lot of shortcuts in that game where people say it's not pay to win, but it kind of is. Like, oh, you have to buy the battle pits to loot the gear, to loot, or it's slow as fuck, or you have to buy the extra mount training, or it's slow as fuck. Like
that's where I don't think it's that. I don't think is. So
it's not. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if it was just one thing. Like if they just had the battle pits and that was it, then I'd be like, okay, whatever. I can let it slide. But it's that on top of another thing on top of another thing on top of another thing, and it's just ridiculous.
Right.
That's why I'm looking forward to fucking Crowfall. There's none of that fucking shit in the game.
Uh,
Yay! And there's no way they can really add it either because it's a PvP game.
well, how are they gonna? Oh yeah, and it's a buy to play, right?
Buy to play. They're gonna have a subscription fee, but
Oh right, right. Yeah, I remember
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't. It's not mandatory. It's a you can
I
buy
actually
it
think that
optionally.
I think that WildStar is one of the most consumer friendly
Yep.
free to
For
play
sure.
models like that exist.
For sure.
Because to their detriment. Because like I think
They're
that
probably not making any fucking money either.
yeah, because I think they need to monetize a lot more things in WildStar to actually. But you see the earnings report, WildStar, just their regular earnings got back up to where it was when they released free to play. So, dude, they may be hanging on by a fucking like lifeline, dude. They like may be on a respirator, but like, I think
But
NC
they
Soft's
actually
gonna
made
give them
more money this quarter than they did last.
Oh yeah, like
Wow.
double.
They did just have a new raid come out though.
No, that wouldn't. That's not gonna. No, that doesn't show.
Oh.
This will be on the next quarter.
Oh wow.
So like, yeah, I mean, they're like not.
Good
and
for
I'm not
them.
making that up. Like, look at the. Actually, let me pull it up because I want to.
Yeah, you
make
know
sure.
how to find it faster than me.
Let's see. NC Soft Q2 2016 earnings WildStar. There's a graph. Where's this fucking graph? Here we go. So, WildStar went 2203 units, which is like, I don't know, whatever these fucking like Asian units are. When they released free to play, they were at 2600. So they're higher than they've been in a year, just organically.
Yeah, they almost doubled what they did last quarter.
Yeah, which is, I mean, dude, and it shows. Like, I was gonna do a video, like one of the videos one of the videos for my YouTube channel was gonna be like people that played WildStar at release and fucking hated it, like what's actually different in the game, and it's a lot of shit. Like, there's a lot of shit different in the game for like people that play that shit at release. But I did the for instance, what day is today? If you log in before, I think it's before August 31st, and you do the intro quest that takes you to where you spawn into the new raid. So the new raid, the first wing of the new raid's out, Red Moon Terror. You do a little intro quest, and they give you a Bandit Carver mount, which is like the same mount as the Datascape one. It just doesn't look as cool. Like it's red. It's not like the glowy green. So if you do that, and then they're doing a lot of shit, dude. Like, there's a lot of rewards. Like, they have to be attractive to people to get them to come back. But I saw on Steam too, some guy just did a random like, what game grew the most organically after it was put on Steam, and like WildStar was like on the list of top 20 games on Steam that grew like after it was put up there.
It's good.
So, yeah, man,
not a bad game. I want that game to do well.
I want it to not die. Like, I don't want it to, you know what I mean? Like, I want them to do okay. I mean, let's be honest. They didn't really treat their fucking devs that well. Like, they fucked Tony Ray over. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Donatelli was a fucking idiot, and Jeremy Gaffney was a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? And they like let some people go that were good.
Well, a lot of their talent got just sniped by
other because they didn't fucking pay wages. They paid shit wages.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Like, I've got a friend that works at Blizzard in QA, and they don't make dick.
Yeah, well, QA is like the fucking
he's up like high up in QA.
QA is like
kind of the way game development is.
Job of game development, though.
It
honestly is. Like, QA is like the fucking burger flipping job of game development. It's like, I want to be in game development.
I think it depends, dude. This guy is kind of up the chain. Like, he's like the managerial QA guy. But that's just the way game development is. Like, you don't make a lot of money. Like, they just don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's the downside of being in a passion-based industry, which is another reason why I got out of doing YouTube full-time and Twitch full-time. Is because when you're in a passion-based industry, man, you've got a lot of competition. And these guys that are making video games could be making banking software and making a lot more fucking money with a lot less hours.
I know you don't disclose your fucking financials, but like, how many, like, if I was gonna be middle, what do you call it, middle class, YouTube, like, did it for my like full-time job, like, how many subs do I need to have, and like how many videos do I need to put out? I'm not going to. I'm just wondering like what level of
The
engagement I need
subscriber
to have.
count is irrelevant. It's the view count, and it's the it's how well. It's the view count. It's how well
many
those
views do I need a month?
monetize, and
Roughly.
you know, roughly.
How many views do I need a month, roughly? 100,000?
No, way more than 100,000. Holy shit, way fucking more than that. Probably about
I'm talking like $35,000 a year.
a few million.
Views a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boogie's doing all right because
Yeah.
he gets probably.
Yeah, the real money is in right now. The real money is in live streaming and Patreon and ad deals and like baked in ads.
Okay. Or
YouTube
sponsored
views
segments.
haven't paid out very well in a while. They still pay out decently sometimes, but ad block is fucking AIDS. A lot of our audience uses ad block, which makes me kind of sad, but I don't do this for the money anymore, so I'm not super worried. So yeah, that's another kind of reason I kind of got out of it is because like every single month, I'd be getting more and more views, but I'd be making less money because more and more people are using fucking ad block. So I wonder when YouTube is gonna brick it, because they're going to at some point, because other websites
Brick
have done
ad block.
it. Yeah, Forbes has done it. A lot of other websites are in the process of doing it or have already done it. It's only a matter of time before YouTube does
but
it.
I feel like I still have to watch ads on YouTube though, even though I have ad block up. Like
Because they bake them into the content now. The YouTubers have gotten smart and started being like,
no. I'm not
"This
talking about
video is
like
brought
I'm
to you
not
by
talking
Audible."
about I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm not talking about content makers. I'm talking about like if I want to watch a video from like some site or something, like it plays and it's like you can skip it in 5 seconds or whatever. Like it still plays even though I got fucking ad block up, which is weird.
You might have I don't know. There's a bunch of different ad blockers now, so I don't know which one you've got.
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
yeah, there's ones that get around everything at this point, I think. But at some point, they're gonna brick it, and it's only a matter of time. Because the thing with YouTube is that they don't make money. Like YouTube is not profitable, and every single person, like this is the one thing that people don't understand about AdBlock is that AdBlock, it's not that you're denying, like you're just denying me money, right? Like if you watch the video with AdBlock, you're not taking it, you're just not giving me money for a review, which is fine. But from YouTube's perspective, you are fucking stealing from YouTube if you use AdBlock because they're paying a lot of money to deliver that video to you. Like it's expensive to do what YouTube does, where they upload a 1080p video to your fucking connection, or 4K or whatever, like, and then they're not making any money off of it. So YouTube, I have a feeling it's gonna be sooner rather than later, especially with how much
Yeah, but YouTube is not crying poor, dude, by any means.
they don't make money. YouTube, I don't think has ever been profitable.
Well, then why are they around?
Because it's that's how the fucking world works with investing. Like YouTube obviously has value, but that doesn't mean they're making money. YouTube not profitable. I don't unless this has changed recently. Yep. YouTube 1 billion views, no profit. 1 billion viewers, no profit.
Wow.
See,
They're
I
owned
think
by
Google is
though.
hoping that they what?
They're owned by Google, right?
Yeah. Big Daddy Google is bankrolling it.
Well, that's why they still exist then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're gonna.
I think there's a lot of
eventually
reasons.
they're gonna eventually make their money back. Just, but it's the technology hasn't caught up with it yet. Right now, it's too expensive to deliver the data to the data cost is fucking insane. And the storage cost is fucking ridiculous. But once technology catches up and that's not as big of a deal, they'll make a lot of money.
Right.
And they can go back and data mine YouTube as well. Like they're getting a lot of analytical shit from YouTube that's going to help Google AdSense make a lot more money.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense for it to be around. It's kind of weird. Like, I mean, that Clean Energy is like a natural gas station building company that's like funded by fucking T. Boone Pickens, who's like that like oil czar from fucking Texas, and that shit like loses money every year, but he still fucking funds it, you know?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who don't realize that YouTube's not profitable, and they're still not profitable.
It makes sense, like, because you think about it, like, even if I don't monetize, right? Like, if I don't if I'm just some
Yeah,
guy,
if you're uploading videos, you're fucking costing them money.
right? And especially if my videos suck and I don't get any views, you know what I mean?
And
Because then they can't.
they keep the original files too. YouTube is crazy, dude. They keep the original file and then they re-encode that file like 30 different times to play back on every single format.
Like,
it's fucking crazy.
They have to be like just every day, like adding fucking storage. They should have people that like their full-time job is just to install new servers, and I don't know how they like
do
catch up with it.
I've got like, dude, I can't imagine how much shit I've got on the YouTube servers. I've got almost 3,000 videos.
How much?
And these are high quality. Like some of these videos are fucking 3 hours. Like these podcasts are 3 fucking hours.
How much data is on YouTube? Do you think the entirety of it?
Fucking a lot, an unbelievable amount.
How much data is
probably like
YouTube
past petabytes?
How much data? Well, how much data?
Nobody really knows the answer, and like except for them, because a lot of people don't know that they re-encode the videos. Like they don't just have one version of your video; they've got like 36 versions of your video that they keep on fucking hand. Like they've got that shit. Like you upload a video and it processes it into an iPhone format, an Android format, a 1080p format, a 1080p 60 FPS format.
504 petabytes.
And that's probably lowballed too.
The 504 petabytes. I don't know what a fucking petabyte is, but I imagine it's a lot.
Yeah, a petabyte is 1,024 terabytes. I feel like it's got to be more than that.
500 of them, though? Like,
yeah.
That seems about right. Because, I mean, 1,000, yeah. Yeah, well, no, yeah. Yeah, that's
I bet it's
actually,
more than that.
That actually kind of does seem a little low, but 1,000 terabytes. So that's 500,000 terabytes?
Yeah.
That's actually a lot. 500,000 terabytes is a lot.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be more than that, just because it's all the videos times.
Wait,
like
when
36.
did this article come out?
2008.
No, it says beginning of 15. So yeah, it's probably
exponentially grown since then.
Apparently,
too.
the NSA has 2,000 petabytes. Oh no, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube current as of. Let's see. Hours uploaded per minute on YouTube as of 2015 is 300.
So crazy, dude. And like I'm like a tiny fucking. I'm a small fry in this ecosystem, and even looking at my analytics is crazy. Like people have. Let me look at the watch time here. Watch time. Lifetime. Let me see here. So this.
So apparently, in 2013, it had about 300 petabytes, and then 2014, 430, 2015. So they're adding about 100,000 terabytes of data a year.
And it's just not like the amount of data that they go through and the amount of just sheer bandwidth that it takes is crazy. Like I'm a tiny little YouTube channel, and people have watched my shit for almost 500 years. 500 years.
Right.
My shitty little videos. That is staggering. And these are like 1080p, 60 frames per second, sometimes 4K videos. Like 500 years.
Yeah, that's crazy that mankind has devoted 500 a quarter of known like fucking civilization to watching some dorky kid from fucking Radford talk about video games and like fucking Donald Trump memes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's so weird.
So my YouTube channel doesn't so across all my videos on YouTube, including the machinima ones, I've got like about 53 million views, something like that. But when you see 53 million views, it doesn't sound like that much. But when you say 500 years, that all of a sudden changes it. Like that makes it real because the internet's so inflated with these like big numbers that, you know, saying my YouTube channel's got 50 million views, it doesn't sound, I mean, it sounds kind of impressive, but not really. But when you say that, you know, people have been watching your videos for 500 years, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I love that watch time analytic. That's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I still want to do more videos. I just, like with Legion launching and fucking like this, you know, I don't know, I'm fucking lazy. But I don't just want to make a video to put out a video.
Dude, you're like the stereotypical guy that wants to do YouTube right now.
Yeah, well, I don't
really want to do the work.
Right. I mean, I can make videos. I just want them to be like, I don't want to make a video for the sake of making a video because I don't really care about the money that I make from it at all. Or like,
that's the best way to do it, dude.
You know what I mean?
Is to not care.
I'm almost at $1. I'm at like 94 cents that I've made because I only have like I have one actual like content video and then I have a bunch of like my music up there and I've got like 2 little Overwatch clips and I'm almost at a fucking $1. Man, just think about if I made like 3,000 more videos. Man,
Dude, I remember I was so fucking pumped when I got my first YouTube check, man. That was legitimately one of the greatest days of my life. Felt so fucking good.
Yeah, but it was for a lot, right? Like it was for a fair amount of money.
Yeah, it was for a lot of money for a teenager, for sure. I think it was like $5,000 or something, and I was 15. And dude, it wasn't even the money; it was the fact that my mom.
Right.
It was that, dude. It was the fact that she fucking hated video games so much, and there I was making fucking bank playing them. Like I was more happy about the satisfaction of that than the fucking money.
Right.
It's good, man. It's fucking good time, man. I like that a lot. That was a good point, man. Is that fucking like I feel like I have some sort of disorder that I got so much joy out of just being like, that's right, mom.
No, man. There are a lot of kids that want to stick it to their mothers. You just happen to be one of them.
All right. Fucking, you want to do the comments?
Yeah, you want to do them?
Sure. Got to practice my hooked on phonics reading skills here.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Let me filter it by new. Newest first. It sounds like Dope is losing interest in these.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's what he sounds. I'll be honest. I don't think we've done any. We haven't had like a super awesome episode recently. Like we've had a few fucking amazing ones in the past. But that's just kind of the way these go. You know, if we're on episode 41, like they're not all gonna be like the greatest fucking thing ever.
The other thing is like there's only we go like 3 hours too, so it's like a lot of it is just kind of like idle bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
So, like, you know, it's not like... The other thing is, like, I don't know. I think you might have in the beginning, but, like, I do almost zero preparation for this, so it's like... I don't know. Like,
I usually do a lot more preparation than I've been doing in the past. You know, this is kind of the way it goes. Like, this is going to be a long-term thing. Like, I'm hoping anyway. Like, I'd like to do this podcast thing and just have it be, like, a weekly ritual just because I like doing it. And that you got to take the good with the bad, especially if you're doing it long term. And we've been doing it. This has happened 41 weeks in a row. So,
I think we'll have a lot to talk. Well, we'll have Legion to talk about, which some people would like. And
we'll have Legion, and then I think when Crowfall comes out, that'll be good. You know, right now it's kind of unexciting in the video game land, and we're big gamers.
Right.
So
the other thing is, you know, like. I like doing like we're recording this on Saturday night, like later, and I think that might be like a better thing for like because like sometimes when we record them too, like we've been recording traditionally like Sunday afternoon, and like the way my schedule works out, like the wife works night, so she comes home like at 8 o'clock in the morning. So on Friday night she works all night, comes back 8 o'clock in the morning. On Saturday she does the same thing. So she wakes up at like 2 or 3, and then I've just been coming like right upstairs and recording the podcast, and like so by that time I'm kind of like tired because I had the fucking kid all day, and like I just say it
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, so it's better to do like at night because then I'm like, well, I'm just fucking AFK lolling anyway in the in whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. That's for sure. I mean,
If I didn't want to do that, if I didn't enjoy doing the show though, I wouldn't do it. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm done. You can find you can monologue that shit. Who would you get if I like fucking dipped out on you?
I don't know. I'd have to look around and I'd probably do a few of them solo. I don't know. People did like that one solo one I did. That was like 30 minutes long. So right. I don't know. I'd find somebody else. I want this to be a staple thing. I think the whoa, getting some weird feedback here. I don't know if it's me or you. It's gone now. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. The podcast has been one of the best things I've done on my channel. If you look at the views of it, it doesn't seem like it is. But the thing is that the people that are watching it hard. Like the watch times are crazy. Like people are listening for like hours at a time, and for YouTube that's crazy. Like that's insane retention. And unfortunately, I can't see SoundCloud and iTunes. Like they don't have as good of analytics as YouTube does. But people are enjoying it, so we're gonna keep on doing it. So yeah.
There you go.
Zybak, would I ever raid? I have in the past with WildStar, but nah, not gonna be raiding in WoW super hardcore anytime soon. I might mess around and do some raids and some casual PvE, but I don't think I'll ever get as hardcore into it as I was in WildStar, or I don't think I ever will do that again in the future, ever again.
We're gonna do our little guild that we're in. We've got a guild of like old mythic raiders that.
Yeah, that new 5-man shit is actually pretty fucking cool.
That's what we're gonna do. Pretty much.
That system is pretty brilliant, where they just have like unlimited difficulty levels. Like they're just like, well, fuck it. See if you can do.
See, the thing is though, I've got a spreadsheet. Actually, let me link it for people because it's really helpful for Legion. Let's see, where is the shirt?
I just think it's a really good idea that they're not capping the potential difficulty, because this is going to happen. People are going to be like, doing this many keystones at this level is impossible. Well, it's impossible, and then somebody will do it.
There's a really good spreadsheet. So apparently the difficulty only goes up to 15. Well, that's not true. Hang on, let's see where it says Mythic Dungeons. So it's kind of weird. Like this thing says it goes up to 15, but Watchers said that it can kind of go theoretically infinite or whatever. I think the achievements stop at 15 though, and then the gear stops at 10. So the Mythic Dungeons don't actually award. Like if you go to that spreadsheet on the second tab, Mythic Dungeons don't actually reward the best gear in the game. So like a Mythic level 10 dungeon rewards 865 gear. But the way that you get the gear from Mythic Dungeons is that your highest level completed that week will award a chest in your class hall the next week that has like really good loot in it. So if you do a level 10, your chest will have an 880 item in it the next week. And 880 is like, I believe, heroic? Or no, it's actually mythic. It's mythic loot. So you'll have the same eye-level mythic raid loot as a mythic raider, coming from those. Granted, it's only one item a week, but if you're in a progression guild, you're only going to get fucking one item a week anyway. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I just think it's really smart because, like, there's going to be people doing crazy shit to try and be the first people to do this dungeon on this difficulty, this combination, and people will be like, dude, that's impossible, but then somebody will do some crazy shit and fucking do it, and it's just an extra layer of progression.
Yeah,
it's fucking so smart.
It's good, and then the what was I going to say the other thing about it? Well, Karazhan, you saw the Gamescom thing.
Yeah, is that going to be the Mythic Plus as well?
So check it out. It's a
I know how it works. It's a huge dungeon, but I didn't know if that's gonna have the same hardness.
9-boss dungeon. Yeah, they're gonna be a mythic version. It's not gonna be a mythic only dungeon, but all the dungeons.
Yeah, that's cool. I am getting a little fucking. It is kind of stupid how much WoW is redoing shit. Like Karazhan, like not that I hated Karazhan, like I liked it, but like holy shit, Karazhan again. Riggnaros for the third time, Onyxia for the third time.
Well, you know why they're doing
Dalaran again. It's like holy
you know why they're
shit,
doing
guys.
it? It's because of these fucking like classic server fucking nostalgia.
I don't think so. I think
fucking
it's just because they're being a little fucking lazy, to be honest.
No, dude. I think it's. I mean, look at Legion, dude. Legion is basically like a Lich King rehash for the most part, whereas Draenor was like a BC rehash. Like they're doing that shit because people want like that old
Dude,
thing. They want.
If the next
Illidan,
expansion is
you
Boulevard
really
for
think-
Dragon, I'm gonna fucking cry. If it's like we gotta go back to ICC.
Dude, you really think like that if WoW was really, really successful in gaining subs, you really think they would go back to fucking Illidan? Like, no. Like, he's a really loved character.
Yeah, like somebody put it brilliantly when they announced Legion. They broke the fucking in case of emergency release Demon Hunter button. Like they broke the glass.
Who said that? That's fucking. Whoever said that is like spot on the money because that's what happened.
Yeah, but it's just like they're like I think just them redoing Dalaran, or not even redoing it. Like it looks the fucking same pretty much. Like again, like come on, man. Like where is the new Stormwind? Where is the new big fucking city?
Yeah.
Where is the new Shatrath? Where
See,
is
that I believe, like I'll give them credit. Like they worked it into the lore pretty good.
Like that Warlords of Draenor shit with like, all right, this is your little camp. It's a few tents. That's the capital city this time around. Like what was that shit?
Yeah. Right. Well, I think with the Draenor thing, the Dalaran thing, they wove that into the story pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, they somehow fucking shoehorned that bullshit in.
But I really do believe that they got into like launch window and they were like, fuck, we need a city. And they were like, what can we reuse?
The one that floats.
The one that floats. Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, I don't know. Like, weren't we supposed to get
Supposed to be 2 new cities in WoD, apparently.
Yeah, but hang on. We were supposed to get Karabor, weren't we? In WoD.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And for some reason that didn't happen. I can't remember why they said it didn't happen, but I was looking forward to that shit too. I'm learning a lot about WoW.
They've gotten fucking lazy, man.
That book, I bought a book, that Warcraft Chronicle book. Have you ever read that book?
No,
do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't read any of the Warcraft books.
So this book, I guess they're doing a series called Warcraft Chronicles, and it's like it's basically like just a big fucking summary where like you're like, oh, I don't know shit about Warcraft lore. I need something to read. So like this book goes like way back to the beginning. So it tells you like, all right, there's like, like fucking Barney style. They're like, so there's light and then there's shadow, and with shadow there's the void, and the void is this, and there's void lords, and there's titans, and there's old gods, and here's what the old gods are, and blah blah blah. Like it's to that level of detail, and it's really good, dude. Because there's like some shit I didn't fucking know. Like apparently Azeroth is a fucking has a soul, and it's like a living thing. And that's why the Burning Legion want it so bad, because it has like one of the most badass like. So I'd like again like shit because I have never watched like or listened to lore in this game like ever, other than the shit they force feed you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool.
They did some cool stuff with like how Tyrion turns into a Death Knight. Like that's cool. But I don't know. What like WoW does some cool shit, and then they just do some shit that fucking disgusts me at the same time. Like,
well, this whole alternate timeline bullshit with Draenor is fucking retarded. Yeah, like apparently the Gul'dan that like we know of right now is the alternate one. Like the actual real Gul'dan like died, and like the one that we're like fucking around with and all this shit is like the alternate timeline Gul'dan, who figured out that his other self died.
It's fucking so dumb, dude. So like in Burning Crusade, Gul'dan was dead. And Illidan has his fucking skull in his hand. And then Gul'dan is back. And then you kill him.
Right. Yeah,
and then he's fucking back again. And then you kill him. Like, it's disgusting.
Well, you haven't killed him. We haven't killed him again. Like, he was dead in Burning Crusade, but I don't think we killed him since then.
It's so fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Like, literally in the cinematic for Burning Crusade, Illidan has Gul'dan's skull in his hand and is fucking looking at it. And then jumps up in the sky. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Dude,
See, I didn't know that. So like,
Yeah.
I guess the Gul'dan that we've been seeing this whole time is like the alternate timeline Gul'dan then. So
the other alternate timeline one.
no, I think there's only 2 Gul'dans, the dead one and this one. I don't think there's 3. I don't think there's the dead one.
There's probably one we're missing.
Yeah, the other fucking exactly.
Yeah, the other one. All right.
Oh, all right. You gonna be done?
We haven't even. Dude, that was one comment.
Oh, okay. Keep
We went
going.
off on a tirade. Zybak, I've been watching Last Chance U. It's surprisingly good, even though I'm British and I never watch American football. That's good. You should check that out. It's a football show. It's good. It's on Netflix. I found Demon Blade's good in PvP because it was GCD capped. Yeah, it does have that benefit that you have more free GCDs, but you also waste a lot of Fury too because it'll proc too many times too quickly.
Right.
Hearing Zybak talk about music gave me AIDS. Fair enough. I don't know that much about music. Like I'm pretty hard-headed on a lot of stuff where I am knowledgeable about it, which is like the theme of this podcast is me like being hard-headed. But music, you know, I freely give that one away. I don't know dick about music. Blizzard says they balance Demon Hunters around 110 and they intend to make Demon Blades the 3rd weakest talent choice. That would make sense. Question for Dope. You're into music, you play drums and guitar. Have you ever played the piano? Would you want to? Dude, I'm doing an excellent job reading tonight.
That's all
I'm
good.
reading like a fucking champ.
Yeah, dude. At least a 4th grade level.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I do play piano, actually. I taught myself. I'm not like fucking like the stud piano person, but like I can play like rudimentary. Not like fucking Mary Had a Little Lamb, but like, you know, I can the same way I learned guitar, like I don't know a lot of covers. Like I don't know other people's shit, and I probably learned like a weird way because I just kind of taught myself how to play guitar. But I play piano like that. So I can play things that sound good, and I've written some songs on piano, but like I don't know like a lot of like popular fucking songs on piano. If that makes sense. But if you tell me like play a G chord, I can fucking play a G chord. It's not that hard.
All right. Question for the next podcast. If you could get paid $200K to train in any sport at a professional level, which sport would you play? Also, just to be clear, you have the correct genetics for the sport you want to play. Just had to mention that, otherwise Dope would have instantly disregarded basketball as he would be scraping against the knees of the other players.
Wait a minute. You get paid $200K
So you get paid
to
$200K to be, I guess, a professional athlete in any sport.
and I have to do that thing? Oh man.
I'm assuming.
Do I have to keep up with the training regimen of the sport? Like, there's too many questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions in this baked into this question, but
I guess if
let's
on
just
on
assume
at face value,
you get paid $200K, but you've got to be playing a professional sport. What do you pick?
and I'm good at it.
Yeah, that's another question. That's like the biggest question of all, right? Because like if you get paid $200K and you're an NBA All-Star and you get a 6 shoe deal from it, then what? Like,
No, I'm picking baseball.
yeah, baseball's a pretty good sport if you're
Baseball. Here's the thing. Baseball, not strenuous by any means.
no brain damage.
You do play a fuck ton of games, but you also don't have to do like half the game you're just chilling on the bench, and like
The other half of the game, you're standing in the fucking outfield, and the play is not anywhere near you.
right. But baseball is also one of those games that is super AIDS to watch.
Oh,
like
it's
I
terrible.
think it's fucking awful.
Worse than golf. It's
but it's
the worst, probably.
It's actually not that bad to play. So like, yeah, definitely picking baseball. If I had to pick like a sport that like I was actually like really fucking good at, but I didn't have to like play it forever, and I just got paid $200K to do it for a year, I'm picking MMA. Cause that
I would
shit.
never pick MMA, dude.
No. You have to do it for a year. And you're really good at it. You're really good at it. So you do like maybe 1 or 2
Even
fights.
if you are really good at it, you still get.
Hang on. No, listen to me. 1 or 2 fights because you're only doing it for a year, and you get to be training it, so you get to be a badass, and you get to keep that the rest of your life. Like, let's say that you do football, right? Like, okay, and you play a season of football. Like, you can't. Like, what are you gonna do? Fucking throw a touchdown at fucking Harvey Chevrolet? Like, no. You know what I mean? So like, I'd rather be a badass and have a couple fights under my belt. I think that's my reasoning.
I'd probably bitch out, and I mean, I'd probably. He said, did he say for a year?
Have you ever actually done?
He didn't say anything about a timeline.
Right, I know. Have you actually ever done any sort of like wrestling or fighting or Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, I did. I had a really bad wrestling experience, dude. So,
Did
have
you
I
get
told this on
fucked?
the podcast?
You got fucked, didn't you?
So yes, I did get fucked. So I was a fucking badass athlete when it came to football and basketball and every fucking sport except for wrestling. So anyway, I do wrestling because I want to stay in shape for football. So I do fucking wrestling. And first fucking match that I ever get into, we face Christiansburg. Christiansburg, Virginia has a literal like world-class wrestling program. Like they have had some of the best wrestlers in the world come out of that place. Like literal Olympians and shit apparently. So I don't know this. So I go up against this guy from Christiansburg that I had faced. I lined up against him in football. I played defensive end. He played whatever, I guess tackle. I blew past this kid. I fucking ate his lunch. This dude couldn't fucking stop me. So dude, I'm fucking 10 times the athlete this dude is. And match starts, dude. To this day, I have no idea what happened, dude. Like, I think my brain just deleted that shit from the hard drive. Like, I don't know what happened, dude. All of a sudden, my face was on the mat and it was over. Like, instantly. Like, I fucking have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
So, wrestling, yeah, no, didn't do that anymore.
Yeah, so I've had friends that were like wrestlers.
It's a hard
like,
fucking sport.
I had a buddy that was a D1 wrestler at Oklahoma, and
But that dude was a fucking monster.
so I did jiu-jitsu for like 2 years, and so all my friends like that I had that weren't into that shit as much as I was, but could wrestle, like they would always like fucking take me down like super super easy whenever we would like
Be doing gay shit.
yeah, fight, roll, whatever you want to call it. But like after that, they were fucking done. You know what I mean? Like it was so funny because they would be like, they would like do their little thing, and then it'd be like, all right, well now I'm gonna choke you out or armbar you or whatever. So it was a good time. I like that shit though.
Man, combat sports are brutal. Dude, wrestling and fighting in general, man. The people, the athletes that are fighters, in my opinion, are the best athletes in the world. Like, not only
wrestling and like all that shit is like another level of like
it's brutal
conditioning.
Because it's not that you just have to be in shape. You need to be efficient at the size that you're at. So like these UFC athletes, like I might be as strong as some of these UFC athletes, like some of these pro UFC guys. But the thing is that they are significantly lighter than me. Their bodies, like their muscles, like I might have bigger muscles than them, but they're fucking just as strong as I am.
I'm really
way
wondering.
Smaller.
I really want to see what UFC fighter you have bigger muscles than.
Like fucking basically everybody in the light divisions.
I highly doubt it, dude. Honestly,
no, dude. Like that's the thing.
Like all right, Kenny Florian. Like, do you think you have big? Like, you're not gonna know these.
Dude, go pick some like 135ers or whatever.
I don't. Is there even a 135 division?
I don't know, dude.
I think that's like the women's division.
There's like featherweights that are like tiny.
I think that's
as shit.
like 150. What's the smallest weight class in the OC? I think it's lightweight. I don't think they have featherweight.
Yeah, they do.
Does UFC have featherweights?
Yeah, I just googled it.
All right.
But yeah, no, like the thing I was saying is so impressive is that these guys are so fucking strong for the size that they're at, because they like, this is part of the brutality of the sport, is that they don't eat enough. Like, or that's not that they don't eat enough, it's just that they really watch what they eat to stay in their weight class. So their body goes, fuck it, we need to get stronger, but we can't get any bigger because we're not getting like the caloric, needs to get bigger. So they're just like, trying to make like most like powerful version of themselves they can possibly get to within their weight class.
They also fight, or they're also weigh about probably 15 pounds
more than
more,
more
than they fight at.
They still are actively trying to stay within a certain range, but also be like their power to weight ratio is fucking insane.
Yeah. What's another kind of cardio? I remember being like when I was in my like best cardio shape. I remember I started training jiu-jitsu,
And it's exhausting.
and I got another level of tired. Like usually when you run, like if you run for far, you get winded, whatever. Eventually,
Because you're fighting the will of another man.
right? But I mean, like this was like, I guess I have never bursted like I did, like I had to when I was like actually fighting.
Some of that is probably because you're inexperienced, but a lot of that is just fighting is fucking brutal. Like there's a lot of people that when they're getting ready to get into a fight, like they almost win, like they get so pumped up and they get like their adrenaline starts going so fucking hard that they burn out real quick. Whereas the people that stay calmer and are more experienced don't, and they breathe a lot better. That's another thing. People when they fight, they don't breathe.
Yeah, it could have been some of
properly.
that, but it was weird. It was a weird level of
Fighting is wrestling, all that shit is brutal, man. Like there's just so many brutal aspects of that sport. Like you're fucking facing off against another person that wants to like actively take your fucking head off. These are long rounds. It's fucking torturous.
Did you see the McGregor Diaz fight? Like when we got off the podcast last week, I got into Discord with the raid group, and they're like, we're watching the fight, and they linked it, and I watched it on the internet
legally.
Yeah, man.
Legally, of course.
Did you watch that fight?
No, I didn't. I haven't watched
that.
It
was
yet.
two dudes literally fucking killing each other.
Yeah.
Like there was so much blood. Like, oh my god. Dude.
I would
like,
never do that for my 200K. I'd do something way like so. The
no,
thing with football, like,
I
football
said
is
really
brutal,
good at it.
Yeah, like football is a brutal sport, but like you're not going 20. Like what UFC can get up to like five rounds that are each 5 minutes
in a title fight.
Dude, 25 minutes of fighting somebody? That's fucking insane. There's not even close to 25 minutes of gameplay in football in the entire thing. Like, yeah, you can fuck somebody up in football, but you're not fucking somebody up for 25 minutes straight. Like, there's a lot of downtime. Like, football is a game that's all about, like, going as hard as you fucking can for, like, 5 or 6 seconds at a time. Whereas fighting is going as hard as you fucking can for 25 minutes at a time while somebody's beating the fuck out of you and you're beating the fuck out of them.
Then there's baseball where you just kind of...
Where you just stand around.
You just stand around and fucking eat seeds. Just eat and fucking seeds.
Spit shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to trigger somebody.
I'd pick like darts.
Fucking pro dart player. Pro golfers is a pretty
That'd be a good one. Too. You just hang out, eat at like nice restaurants all the time, hang out at like nice ass country clubs.
Yep.
It's a rich man's game.
White people.
Fucking white people.
All white people.
Yeah.
And Tiger Woods.
And Tiger. Here we go.
If you
go ahead.
Oh, never mind. No, never mind.
Okay. Stream Legion, please. I think I'm done with streaming. I just don't have the time. Like I either need to I either have to stream or make videos. Like I don't have time for. Well, I don't even have time to make the videos I want to make. But I definitely don't have time to do either. I don't like bashing on pros because that's what my last comment was. But I want to ask you guys if you think Seagull is overrated. I'm not saying he's a bad player, just very overrated. I don't know what you mean. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's not the best pro ever, but he's like the people's champion.
It's pretty good.
He's good. Yeah, he's really good.
Pretty good.
There's people that are better, but that's not really relevant. I think people just like to hate on Seagull and say that he's not as good as some other guy. Like, people seem to think that the best guy should be like the most popular, and that's hardly ever the case.
Right.
Like in most things, really. So that's that. Loved Dopamean till he said he hated the Beatles and that their music was shit. Also, he was being mean to Zybak about not knowing anything about music, even though Zybak is a fucking know-it-all motherfucker. I don't know anything about music, so I don't care that I get shit on for not knowing anything about music because I just don't care. So you don't like the Beatles, and that guy doesn't like that you don't like the Beatles.
That's fine. You're entitled to not like me not liking the Beatles. They still fucking suck.
Yeah, I think a lot of their shit's kind of gay, too. They do have some good stuff, but I think everybody that's like super popular like they are has some credible stuff. What sucks about losing weight? Wait, let me restart. What sucks about losing weight is I think the shorter you are, the harder it is to lose. If you're 6'4" or whatever, you can eat 2,500 to 3,000 calories, maybe more. Someone that's 5'2" has to cut down to a 2,000 to 1,000. It's a crazy change compared to 4,000 to 2,000. Numerically, it is about the same, but this guy's going on. Basically, he's saying that shorter people can't eat as much as taller people, which is correct. And you also don't require as much. Like, the smaller you are, the less you need to eat, the less hungry you should be, in theory. So yes, I agree.
All right.
He has another comment. I have a shitty metabolism, and I'm pretty much stuck at 195'4". I eat one head-sized plate a day, so maybe around 800 calories. I haven't lost...
That's his problem. Stop eating. Break your fucking plate up into like 3 or 4 meals and not one fucking gigantic one, and you'll do better. That alone.
People need to actually you have to actually track your calories. Like
you do, but that change alone will do better for you.
I actually do that though sometimes, where I just eat one big meal a day. Like if I sometimes find it easier to do that.
If you're restricting your calories, it doesn't matter. But if you're eating, like my dad used to do this shit, and I tell him all the time, it's horrible for you. He would like eat like a big ass fucking like McDonald's thing once a day, and he'd eat like, I don't know, probably about 1,500 calories in one sitting, and then like not eat the rest of the day. And I'm like, that's not what you want to do. But anyway.
Well, I mean, saying you eat a head-sized plate a day, that's not, like, that's kind of irrelevant. Like, you have to actually, like, so, dude, I'm eating right now, like, on the weekends, I'm doing 1,000 calories a day. Now, anybody that knows anything about, like, how much you're supposed to eat, especially when you're my size, would say that's a fucking insane cut. Like, I'm losing weight like crazy fast. I've lost like 8 pounds in 20 days or some shit. It's fucking crazy because all of it's like protein. But the thing is that's I eat 2 pounds of chicken and vegetables a day. And that's 1,000 calories. Like, I'm eating a fucking insane quantity of food, but chicken is not calorically dense. So saying you eat a head-sized plate of something, like, you know, that doesn't say anything really. Like, it could be like, you could be eating a fucking head-sized plate of bloomin' onion from Outback, right, and be getting like 5,000 calories. Like, or you could be eating, be like me, and I'm literally eating 2 pounds of chicken every day with vegetables, and I'm fucking, that's like nowhere near my caloric needs. So, by the way, dude, I think I'm gonna stick with this. Like, I think this is like a legit strategy. Like, I know, like, it's probably too aggressive. Like, I know a lot of people would say like that's way too aggressive for somebody my size to be like at 1,000 calories a day, but it's very fucking easy for me.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing the same thing.
2 pounds of chicken is a lot. Like, I'm not a fat fuck anymore, but I used to be a fat fuck that ate a lot. And eating 2 pounds of chicken is, I mean, I could eat probably 4 pounds of chicken in a day if I want really fucking put my mind to it. But 2 pounds of chicken fucking fills your ass up. Like, that's like a lot of like food.
Yeah.
And
I find it sustainable too. I'm back on my shit now, so like I've been doing really good with it. And it's the same thing. Just eating a lot of meat.
Yeah, it's
not fatty meat either. Just like,
I don't think fat's the fat's actually good fat's actually pretty good for dudes, especially.
Not if you're eating like fucking like Nathan's hot dogs all day.
Well, yeah, you don't want to eat too much, but like,
right, I'm with you.
You got testosterone, mate.
Right.
Here we go. Moving on. What did Dope just say about fat shaming? Wait. Oh, timeout. I like how I was so good about reading at the start, and now it's falling apart. Wait, did Dope just say that fat shaming doesn't work on strong-willed people? Please explain how you are fat and have a strong will. How come you... This sentence sucks,
That's
dude.
Really your fucking argument?
This sentence sucks.
That's really the guy's question, is how are you fat but you have a strong will?
How are you fat and have a strong will? How come you could not will your way out of McDonald's or ice cream? But when it comes to something that matters, like stopping eating like a fat ass, you just have a strong... This guy's got crazy fucking punctuation. Like he's capitalizing all kinds of weird
Well,
shit.
His fucking point is retarded, so I don't even want to respond.
TLDR, you don't have any will. Dude, what the fuck is this? TLDR.
I know what he's saying. It's just a dumb point, so I don't really.
TLDR, you don't have any will to speak if you are fat. End of story.
Right.
What? I don't. Dude, that sentence gave me AIDS. I think he must have typed that on a phone because like he's got crazy punctuation that was throwing me off. Like he was capitalizing words. He must have wrote it on the phone.
Right.
Yeah,
I know what his point is, but his point's stupid.
What is his point? Because
his point is like, if you're fucking fat, you have no willpower. So like fat shaming, like I said that it wouldn't work on strong-willed people. But if you're strong-willed, you wouldn't be fat in the first place because you would have will enough not to be fucking fat. That's his point.
I disagree with that because I was fat not because I didn't have a lot of willpower.
There's a billion reasons why that's.
Yeah, no, it just wasn't a priority, and now that it's a priority, I'm obviously using my willpower towards it.
Right, I agree.
That's the point. But yeah, no, it's the people that complain about being fat that don't have the willpower. Like I
wanted to stress too. I think that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think like posting okay. So here's the difference, and here's what I was trying to get at. Like, so some people post like pictures of themselves or selfies or pictures with their friends or whatever, and it's not like a body positive selfie. It's just like a fucking you're in a picture, right? There are a lot of people that are like blah blah blah, and they make some fucking like fat fucking. It's just some like unwarranted fucking comment, right? That's kind of dickish. I get that. That's more what I was talking about. But like, if you post like a picture of your fat fucking ass in a bikini and you're like body posy, body strong, blah 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 blah, yeah, that's fucking dumb, and you shouldn't do that either. So that was the point I was trying to make. I don't know if I made that point like that well, but like, that's the difference. Like, if you're just posting a selfie and you happen to be fat, like, you're just a dick if you fucking shit on somebody.
Yeah, I think I think he's right and we're right. I think both people are right here. I think that he is correct in saying that the people that are actively like complaining about not being able to lose weight and they're like trying and failing and just being like worthless fucking people, those people don't have any willpower and they don't have any room to say like this whatever. They don't have the ability to play the willpower card when they clearly don't have any. But at the same time, I think I'm a very strong-willed person, and I got fat just because I just didn't care. Like, I was focusing on being like the best fucking WildStar player, the best WoW player, YouTube, Twitch, all that kind of shit, and I just literally didn't give any fucks at all, and it clearly showed. Now that I do give fucks, it's clearly showing again.
Right.
Anyway,
that's an important distinction to make.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, if you don't care, then yeah, whatever. Made our points. Hey guys, I've been listening to the podcast since the first week, and I know you need some new guests. I can recall the login from my old YouTube channel. Had a popular video that received 75,000 views. He works at a local.
If you want to be a guest on the show, please send a dick pic to zybaktv@gmail.com.
Yeah.
The best one will get a spot as a guest on the show.
You need to write Zybak on your tits.
On your shaft.
Right on the shaft. Somebody's already beaten that. Somebody's already done that.
Was that the chick that gave us the picture of her brother?
Yeah.
Like the fucking like man meat fucking tits. Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
What else we got?
Wow, fuck you, Zybak. Watch professional tennis. It's literally the most athletically demanding and competitive sport in the world.
I disagree. It's fun. I like it. I'm a big fan of tennis. Not the most athletic, physically demanding sport.
I would give that to a combat sport. Try playing against an equally world-class player through 5 sets, which take us up to 4 hours. Okay, I will admit those games get fucking crazy long. You just triggered me. So my whole argument was that, and this is what I replied to, there's a huge difference between professional tennis and tennis at most high schools. Typically, the high school tennis player is a lower class athlete, whereas the higher, like the more elite athletes are playing sports like football, basketball, soccer, wrestling. They're playing the primary sports where the glory is. whereas the tennis team is typically.
See, here's the thing. Like, I wasn't in the best shape when I was on the tennis team, but I would say, like, if 50% is like average, like skill, I was well above average in skill because I lacked, like I wasn't always in like the best position all the time, like when I was playing. So I had to get really good at like ball placement and like movement so that I didn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like I had to develop my skill to a level where I compensated for my inability to like cover the court. But that's not to say that like I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I just said,
that's not even relevant to what I responded to though. Like
I mean, I get what
like
you're
you
saying.
have to admit that the athletes that are playing the sports like football and basketball are a higher quality in most cases than the people that are playing
in high school
tennis. Yeah, in high school.
probably.
Yeah, like it's night and day. Like the glory
I mean,
is in football and basketball in high school.
I mean,
Thus,
we didn't
it
even
attracts-
have like you weren't even required to really like work out or practice. Like it was more of like a fun deal.
That's the tennis
like
team.
the people that wanted to could.
That's my point. Yeah,
Mostly it was like you
my
just show
fucking
up
point.
and like hit balls. I remember we got this coach too. We got like our coach quit, and we had like this new coach that came on board. I remember like he tried to instill like a workout regimen,
and people were like, "Bro, this is the tennis team."
Everybody was like, you're making this kind of AIDS. Like we're gonna quit. Like if you keep trying to be a tryhard." Like I remember that shit. That fucker came on board, and we were like,
"We're just here so this looks good on a college resume."
That's basically it. Whatever, fucker. I went to county. That's all. That all that matters. Anyway.
But yeah, that was my point about, like, obviously the professional tennis players are incredible athletes, but saying that the athletes are equivalent at high school level, it's incorrect. Like
Right.
it's night and day. Like the real athletes are playing the real sports, where the glory is. And that's not always the case. I'm sure there is some fucking private school where there's this god tier tennis player that's working out like 58 hours a day or some shit. I'm sure it exists, but there's not any brothers playing tennis. Moving on. I'm pretty sure that Rocco and Rocco's Modern Life was a forensics operator. We covered that. Fucking moving on. It sounds like a confidence issue. It's not. Just went back to your old podcast. Oh, this guy watched the spot where you said like a million fucking times in a minute.
Oh, good.
That's like hive mind gold there. I'm gonna do that. If we hit 52 weeks in a row, I'm gonna make a montage of like all the funny ass shit, like all of our best moments. It's gonna take me a while to make the video because I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen to everything. Luckily, I've timestamped it all, so I should be able to do that quickly. By the way, the process of putting the podcast up is way more involved than you would probably imagine.
No, not me. I used to do a podcast. I got it.
Oh yeah, no, I was just like going like because I have to listen through the whole podcast. Well, not the whole thing, but I skip around a little bit. But I listen to it all, put the timestamps in, do the tags, do the thumbnail, do the video tags, do the fucking iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Like it fucking is a bitch.
That's why that shit goes up at like 3 p.m. on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. I'm with you.
I swear every podcast. I guess that's about it. 1 hour later, podcast ends. Yeah, that's the way it goes. We go off on tangents. A little bit more abs won't influence the effort you need to put into a girl, and then somebody backs me up. Completely disagree. Anyone who is lean, muscular, and tall will tell you that it is way easier. Blah 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 blah. If you tick all the boxes, then it's easy mode essentially. Yeah,
Easy
that's
mode anyway,
the way
dude.
it is, dude. It's.
And you could be a fat fucking lard and you get fucking chicks. Like it's easy mode anyway.
I'm just saying, like, the difference between me and fucking me, 10 pounds, like, I'm at the point to where every single pound I lose, I fucking notice it a lot. Like, obviously, I'm sure you've been fat enough to know where you lose weight and you can't really fucking tell. You're just like, cool, I lost weight, still fat. I'm at the point to where, like, I'm losing weight, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a new vein in my bicep. Oh shit, there's a new fucking cut. Like, I'm at the point to where it's like, oh shit, I might as well ride this out a little bit longer because I'm starting to see the real results.
Yeah.
One day Zybak is going to let the N word rip in one of these podcasts. I've already done it. That's already happened. We've already said nigger plenty of times in this podcast. So have fun.
I didn't. Pretty sure you did. I don't think I did.
Yeah. No, that's already happened. So have fun. I think we used it in like we were just discussing the word. I think this is back when Dante was on the show. Yeah, it's definitely we've already ripped that one. Zybak thought about streaming again. All the drama. Honestly, with all the drama amongst streamers, if you went no webcam, if you went no mic or no webcam, no mic and no webcam, no way, dude. Nobody wants to watch a silent gameplay stream. That would suck. But I probably won't stream. I only have time to make videos or stream, and I prefer making videos, and I don't even have much time for that. Dope, I'm 26, and I think Mulan is fucking timeless. Eddie fucking Murphy. The Mulan movie is dope. It's a fucking good movie. Can you go ahead and install a metal post 8 inches from your mic and duct tape that to your head? I'm sorry about that. This guy's complaining about mic quality. And I'm working on that. It's tough, dude. When we do a podcast this long, it's very hard to sit still and very hard for me not to lean back in my chair or readjust it. But I think we do a pretty good job of that.
I don't know how we do this shit for, like, we're going on, you're like, at the beginning of the thing, you're like, it's going to be a short show today. We're fucking 2 hours and 37 minutes already.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's why
it's very, very hard to stay. So the thing about mic quality is you have to really control. It's not about the quality of your mic. It's about controlling the environment. Like, once your mic quality is up to a certain point, it has nothing to do with the mic. It's all about being in I don't have a soundproof room because I live in a fucking cheap ass apartment. And every single like move I make, like if I start to lean back in my chair, the mic gets a little quieter. It's tough, you know. The mic quality is never going to be perfect in this situation.
I recorded with my good mic for a while, but then I was like, fuck it. Now I just recorded my headset. So that's why
we're going to work on it.
kind of move around. And
I'm going to work on it and see if I can make it better, but it's probably never going to be studio quality. Like, I'm trying, though. Trust me, I'm trying. But I'm just fidgety. I'm a fidgety motherfucker, and it kills me. Like, this chair makes fucking noise, and all this shit makes fucking noise. Moving on. Apparently we pronounced that guy's last name correctly, and he says Last Chance U is amazing. People really like that suggestion. It's good. Spamming Shred. That's a comment. Dope, make a Vengeance DH guide. We got a lot of comments this week.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I don't make any guides anymore because there's so many fucking guides now. If I want to be with a dog, I'll just go hang out with my dad. Dude, mad disrespect. And then I say, it's my dad's dog. Oh, this is a shitty joke. Whatever. Why does Dope think Zybak wants to sleep with loads of women, especially women that are 6s or lower? It's not worth his time. I feel like Zybak, I might be wrong, shares a similar stance with me when it comes to women. Here's the stance. Don't want to get married. Don't have children. Sex is good, but I can go without it for an extremely long amount of time without feeling or desire to go out and get it. Truth be told, I've only had sex when it's happened organically through regular means. I don't know why, but people like me and Zybak who don't drink, don't smoke, don't go clubbing, don't eat sugar. I don't know what's sugar shit. What the fuck is that doing? I guess.
Apparently, you're just a fucking heathen if you eat that sugar.
Don't chase.
Oh my god, dude.
And spend time. We don't chase and we spend time enjoying our hobbies. Yeah, this guy's got a point. I mean, I'm not in a fucking huge rush, and I'm not. Yeah, I guess it's.
I think the issue with this guy's point is that he thinks that your fucking dick status like affects me in any way. I don't care.
This next comment is hilarious.
I just enjoy giving you shit.
This next comment is a little bit true though.
Which one?
This guy responded to that previous comment I just read. It's because Dope is trying to live vicariously through Zybak, which Zybak has said multiple times.
In some ways,
Think about it.
Dope is an old. I would enjoy. No, listen. I would enjoy stories about you fucking going, doing
this
crazy
Asian dude
fucking
just roasted
chicks
you, dude.
But like, not all like other than that, like there's. I mean, I like my own life. Like I don't need like that's yeah, sure. Like in I would enjoy the fucking stories, but like I don't. I mean, whatever.
Dude, this dude roasted you so hard. This fucking Asian dude.
Do what?
He roasted you so hard.
No, he didn't.
Come on, that's pretty funny. So, think about it. Dope is an old fart with a toddler and a wife, preventing him from having any fun, while Zybak is young and just has to take care of himself. There would be no reason for Dope to make dating profiles for Zybak if he wasn't jealous of his current situation compared to his own.
That's not true.
While I don't think that's true, that is funny though.
Yeah, it's funny, but like I did that because it's fucking funny, and like I would enjoy the stories about you going on fucking Tinder dates. Like I honestly don't give a shit if you. I don't give a shit if you like.
Dude, that's one of those times where like people talk shit about you, and it's not true, but it's so funny that you're kind of like, yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah, I mean, like put it this way, like I wouldn't.
Well, you responded to him and said certain aspects, yes, and that's true for everybody. Like everybody's a little bit jealous of everybody else's something. Whatever
like,
it is.
Put it this way, given the option to trade places with you, I wouldn't.
And I'm the same way, yeah. Like, you're probably jealous that I have a lot of freedom, and I'm jealous that you make a lot of money.
Okay. All right.
Like, if only we could combine ourselves into some sort of super being where you make a lot of money and you have the freedom that I have, and we could both live in the same fucking body. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, that
I would like to pilot your fucking frame, like on Tinder dates. That's what I would like to do. Is just fucking like take your fucking body and just make you.
So what you're saying is you'd like to live vicariously through me?
on a Tinder date.
You just walked right into that, dude.
On a Tinder date,
yeah, right I would.
That would be fun. But like, I would know that, but not like me being you and blah blah blah. But like, if I was myself. I would do funny things.
You literally walked right into that.
No, you're not get what I'm saying. It's not because I could actually have sex.
I get what you're saying, but I just think it's funny that we worded it like that.
Right. I would like to pilot your fucking body and like say the words for you, and you would have a higher fucking success. That would be a good time for me.
Yeah, maybe. Ever since Dope mentioned like it's the only thing I've heard for the rest of the podcast.
Good. I'm sure we said it like a lot of times.
It's hard to avoid it. It like is just first of all, it's a common word that you would just use even if you're using it properly without using it as a filler word. It's hard to not say it a lot. But when you use it as a filler word too, it's brutal. It's just hard getting around it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Honor and Conquest are gone. Honor marks for transmog. Yep. Zybak, you're aware you can level up D100 live. Yep, did that this week. In my experience, looks is not super important. Confidence is, though. Both are important, obviously. You can be the most confident 400-pound dude ever. It's not going to matter.
And you still get laid at 400 pounds. You're just not going to be able to pick your conquest. You're going to have to fucking... You're either going to have to get somebody who has a lot of fucking issues, or you're going to have to get somebody who looks like... I'm
definitely looking forward to getting laid on my merit rather than, like, pulling off some sort of, like, politicking. Looking forward to that.
You're going to have to pull that shit off anyway. Unless you find, like you're never...
Like, I've hooked up with some... Like, I have hooked up with some ridiculously good-looking chicks, but not because I'm, like... I don't know. Like, it feels dirty.
Right.
Like, it's almost like I fucking pulled a trick on them. Or they have some sort of, like, mental issue. Like, that one girl I dated that was, like, really into my weight being on top of her, which was a little weird. That I think I've told that.
I mean, there are some chicks that like fat dudes, and that's, like, their thing. There's some guys that like really fat chicks, too, though.
Yeah. I don't know if she was so much, like, super into... Yeah, no,
I don't care if, like... I don't care if, like, I weigh, personally, 900 pounds. Like, I would not want a fucking fat chick. Like, it's just not...
Yeah, I've never fucked a... Like, all the girls I've been with have been either, like, fairly normal size or, like, tiny as fuck. And for whatever reason, like, the super tiny chicks... maybe it's a contrast thing, but they seem to have gravitated towards me. It must be a contrast thing where they're, like... They want to get like the biggest, tallest dude, which is what that girl was like, where she like wanted me to put her fucking my weight on her wrists. That was fucking so weird. It's a little disturbing at times. Anyway, let's move on.
I think the weirdest request I ever got in sex was this chick that wanted me to like beat around her fucking titties. That was weird.
I don't think that's that weird, because that's something that I feel like that's something that's way more common than be like, hey, put your fucking put your hands on my wrists and cut off my circulation until my fucking hands turn purple.
Yeah, but
that's like fringe
it's still a weird
shit.
request, because like I don't mean like even like softly. I mean like she wanted me to like basically bitch slap her.
I feel like that's a lot more common though than what happened.
Really? Have you gotten it? No,
I've never been.
It's fucking weird. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of chicks that had a lot of different fucking fetishes, and not one of them had wanted.
But I've never heard of I've heard of that. Like I've heard like that's like a fairly common thing though. That's like I wouldn't say common. That's the wrong word. I'm saying that's a lot more.
Choking is fairly
that's a lot more common than somebody like wanting you to cut off their circulation to their wrists.
I mean, choking is cutting off fucking circulation and airflow and shit. Like that's pretty common.
No, she the wrists specifically is kind of weird. But she just was really into like my weight being on top of her.
Yeah,
it was fucking a little weird, but she was pretty good looking, and I mean, I'd do it again.
Right.
I wonder if she would look at me and go like, "Why did you fucked it up?"
Would you pee on a chick?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
You would.
It depends on the situation. Like, I'm not gonna do it like she'd have to be in the back. Like, I'm not gonna make a mess. I'm not cleaning that shit up.
What if you like went on a Tinder date, right? And you brought home this chick, and like you're about to have sex with her for the first time, and like before she lets you get it, like she really just wants you to pee on her. Like that's like the first time you ever bang. Are you doing it, or are you freaked out?
I don't know.
You're like, get in the shower, here it comes.
I don't know. Maybe not the first time. The first time around would be a little weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it would be that. I don't think it would be. It'd be one thing if it was like shit. Then I'd be a little. I don't know. For whatever reason, piss is not as bad. Because like with piss, you just turn the shower on, and it's like gone. But if you take like a shit on somebody,
you mean to tell me like you're not gonna think weirdly about a chick the first time she fucking has sex with you? She wants you to fucking.
Oh no, that would be weird. I'm not saying I wouldn't think weirdly of it, but like, would it? I don't know. Like if Kate Upton knocked on my door and was like, "Look, before I fuck you, I need you to piss on me," I'd be like, "All right, let me get some water."
Fair enough. All right,
like, it's not gonna stop the ball from rolling. I'd be like, in the back of my mind, I'd be like, "All right, this is a little weird, but I'm gonna ride it out and see what happens."
Right.
So at 140, Zybak says, "Fuck in a funny way." Yep, that's funny. I lost my shit at 4138, whatever that is. So Demon Hunters are greater than Fury Warriors. Yeah, I'd roll a Demon Hunter before a Fury Warrior. Fury Warriors just have some problems right now with the damage they take. It's nuts. I'd like the podcast being as long as possible. Well, you're in luck this week. We've got a lot of comments this week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm about to fall asleep.
Question for Dopamean. From your perspective, do you think Zybak has made a mistake by not going to college and having a traditional college experience after he quit doing YouTube full time? Or do you think he made a good decision by not going, therefore not having any student loans? Just curious what Dope thinks, as he seems to have enjoyed his time at UF and is a lot older than Zybak and has a different point of view on the issue. That's a good question.
I think whether or not you made a mistake largely depends on where you are when you're hit 30 years old. Like, I'm not going to be like one of those fucking like douches that's like, you got to go to college like fucking Obama. Like, that's not me. Like, yeah, college is not the answer.
That's a pretty fair answer. Yeah.
When you hit 30, though, if you're like still like worried about like your fucking Overwatch rank and you're like still doing, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't think that's a bad example.
No. What I mean, there was more to it than that. I didn't go into my whole point. But, you know, if you're still kind of like sort of working a job, but you're kind of not really, and it's kind of dead end, and you don't have like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I guess in the end, if you're fucking happy with whatever you're doing, then it's
That's kind of like what I've been planning for a little bit. Not that I'm like saying I'm gonna have like a lesser job, but that's part of the reason why I'm investing so aggressively is that I'm very aware of the fact that I don't have any like I have skills. Yeah, like I have skills like obviously because like what I do now at my current job I would not be able to do without knowing what I know from doing like the YouTube and like the graphics stuff I make for them and all that stuff. A lot of the skills I've learned have come from this whole fucking crazy YouTube gig, but I don't have any like I don't know I'm not like a CNC machinist. I'm not like a like I don't know how to like work on a thing that needs like constant yeah
thing that needs working.
Yeah, like I don't have like I'm not a mechanic. I'm not I don't have like some sort of thing that absolutely makes me valuable all of the time.
Like put it this way, like I wouldn't ever like if somebody just hit the lottery and they didn't go to college, I wouldn't be like you're really short circuited, fucking missing out. No, fuck no. You hit the lottery, you're fine. You have fun. You do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I don't think.
Yeah. So right now, I'm doing very, very well for my age group. Like I've looked at my net worth, and I'm in like the top 2% for net worth right now, which is good for my age. But I am a little worried that I'm going to drop out of that because I don't like. I'm in a position where I could, if things blow up for me, like if YouTube starts going well or if whatever happens, I could start making a lot more money. But I am not going to be making a lot more money in the foreseeable future. But that's okay because I've got a really strong investment base and I'm making money through other means. So, yeah, no, that's a good question because like I'm not like so like right now I have a lot more money than most people my age because I have no student loans, because I've had a lot more work experience, because I've been able to make more money because I haven't been going to school. But at the same time I realize that I don't have a 4-year degree. I don't have like the capability to just go out and get a job that pays like 80 grand a year like some of these people that have like engineering degrees do. But at the same time, those people are going, oh, fuck, now I've got a lot of student loans and maybe they can't find a job. It goes both ways. There's pros and cons to everything. But I think for the most part, I'm doing well.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's a good thing. But if I did go back to school, it'd be trades. It would be probably CNC machinist.
You say that like every example you ever give for somebody who doesn't.
Because it's such a good gig, dude.
It's okay. There's a lot of other gigs too.
Well, all it is you work on a fucking computer. You are essentially, and you're so employable. Like you basically just work in any sort of modern manufacturing, any sort of automated manufacturing where this machine cuts metal into this design or whatever.
You know what you should do? Honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like if you want an actual skill, is to be you should get SolidWorks, which is a CAD. You know what CAD is? It's
yeah. No, I took a drafting class in high school.
Okay, so you should get you should be a certified SolidWorks engineer. It's like one class that's like a week, and then you have to there's like a self study and there's a blah blah blah. But you can get certified pretty easily, and like high quality like CAD guys are employable in like every fucking industry. Like we're hiring one. You know what I mean? Like I took it myself, but like I don't actually actively use it. But that would be a good skill for you.
I mean, I don't. I'm actually pretty happy with what I'm doing right now.
I'm just saying.
And I'm in a position to where I could move up the ladder. Like my dad owns the whole fucking thing, and I don't think I'll ever want to do that because that is fucking like I'm very aware of how fucking hard that is and how much bullshit that entails. But maybe I learn the business and move up the rank a little bit, move up the ladder a little bit. But I'm not expecting it because I know that it's fucking tough. So I'm good doing what I'm doing, and if I don't...
Well, the other thing, too, is that not a lot of people's parents own companies. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty good gig in your favor.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't have, like, some cushy job where they pay me shitloads of money. I don't make hardly anything, really. But... What the fuck? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people out there. You hear that?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, RU is back in session.
If you ever need money, you just fucking off your parents. I'm sure you're in their will.
Jesus. Yeah, but
I'm kind of broke, Dad. You sure I'm in the will? Am I like number 1 or like 2 or where am I at on the priority list? It's important. Don't worry about why.
yeah, but I'm cool doing what I'm doing. My job is pretty fucking awesome. I'll be honest. Like, going from working for somebody else. That's the way to do it, dude. Everybody thinks that working for yourself is like this glorious thing. Like, I'm the boss. I can make my own hours. What that really turns into is you working all the fucking time. Only working like 45 hours a week. I don't even know what to do with myself. I have all this fucking free time. All this, like, I don't have to like stress out. Like, oh no, what if this, like I just show up and I go, yes sir, I will drive that car to DC today. Yes sir, I will make this fucking graphic or whatever. I don't say yes sir all that, but I'm just saying I just follow orders and get paid. Like, it's fucking a pretty nice gig. It's good. I'm enjoying the working the normal job shit. Anyway, moving on. Some shit about Demon Blades. More shit about Demon Blades. No thanks. Sorry. Yeah, Demon Blades and art proc rates, whatever. Opinion on Dante. In my opinion, Dante coming back would be a cringe fest. Yeah, that's why I don't want to have him back. I want to have him back on when things are going well. I want to have him back on when it's like Dante is like doing some cool shit and he's got something to promote and like we can talk and it'll be a good show rather than like a depressing like I'm in the hospital shit.
You gotta admit that's kind of funny though. It'd be funny for me. It'd be less funny for you because you know him and like care about him.
Yeah, dude. He's like
he's just some random.
Like I used to watch his.
He's just some rando to me. That's why it would be funny as fuck.
Yeah, so I used to watch his daily vlogs, where he used to do these daily vlogs for like 3 years, and he would just like chronicle his life. And I used to watch them because they were pretty entertaining, because they were coming from the perspective of like a WoW player, an MMO player, and a lot of his opinions were kind of valid to me. So I'm kind of like I want to see him do well. Like I don't want to see anybody fail, especially somebody that
I don't either.
Kind of similar to the way I am a little bit.
But the way I look at it is they're gonna fail or not fail, depending whether or not I laugh at their funny stories. It doesn't have a lot of bearing on that outcome.
I guess. I don't know. I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Zybak, this is a stupid question, but how many push-ups can you do in a row? And then I answered, when I work out, I do 3 sets of 40. Never tried to see how many I can do in a row outright. Still have a bit of body fat to lose, so they're still getting easier. Oh, nice. That's not bad. Looking forward to your transformation video. Mind telling me your workouts and how you started. Answer this next podcast. Blah, 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 blah. I do pretty simple stuff. I don't do anything crazy. I have dumbbells, do fucking hammer curls, skull crushers, fucking push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. And then I go and do some of the machines at the rec center, and then to do leg machines at the rec center. I don't do anything super crazy. I will be amping it up a lot when I actually start eating again. Like right now, I'm eating so few calories that like the tank's a little empty when it comes to working out. Some weeks I'm kind of shitty, but when I actually start,
push-ups can you do?
None.
Oh man, you only need 1 though.
Yeah, but fuck, I had something else I was gonna. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about it. That's the fucking insane. Like, have you ever gotten to a point where you could do like a lot of push-ups or pull-ups?
Most I ever did in the Navy, you have to do as many push-ups as you can do in 2 minutes, and I did 100 and it's like 105, 104 in 2 minutes. That was the most I've ever done. Yeah, it was about 1 a second consistently for 2 minutes.
There's fucking people. I watched like a bunch of. That's a weird thing, right? So if you have the right body type, you can crank out push-ups like none other. Because I watched a video of these bodybuilders, these YouTube bodybuilders, and they did a 100 push-up challenge. And these dudes are fucking, like, you look at these dudes and you're like, oh my god, these guys are fucking monsters. They're beasts. But they were struggling to do like 100 push-ups in a row. Like, they were like dying. Like, it took them like way longer than 2 minutes, like whatever you just said. So it's kind of a weird thing where like some people are just better at that than other people. But the main thing that I've noticed is like,
well, that was also like the prime fitness in my,
yeah, but a lot of it is like body, like the body composition.
Yeah, I have short arms.
Yeah, if you got short arms and you're kind of smaller, it's easier.
But again, that's not like a lot of people when they're like do push-ups, you're not actually even doing a push-up. They mostly do like this gay like chest dip or they're like their fucking butt doesn't move and like their fucking chest just goes up and down, and they're more like fucking like air pumping the ground. Like that's not what I was doing. So like some people do that. They're like, I can do a shit ton of push-ups, and they just basically like convulse on the ground. Like
wait, you're saying their butt doesn't move?
Right. They basically just go chest to like they just kind of dip with their upper body, and they call that a push-up.
How is that even possible?
That's possible.
I thought you were talking about the people.
Put your fucking ass way in the air and then do push-ups.
Oh! You have to put your ass way in the air. Yeah, no, I don't do that. I was thinking about it from the perspective of like a straight flat push-up, because I thought you were talking about the people that sag their legs and then do push-ups like that. You know what I'm talking about? Where their ass is like at the floor.
The other thing I see all the time is that people will like post these like fucking like pull-up videos,
and they're like fucking squirming,
swinging. Yeah, they're swinging basically on the bar, like they're, you know what I mean, like they're fucking like, I mean, full on swinging, and then they use their forward momentum to propel them up the fucking bar. Like that's not a real fucking pull-up either.
Yeah, to do legit pull-ups, you gotta hang for like a second to where you don't have any momentum. Like that's one thing people do is like they'll jump up onto the pull-up bar and they'll use that momentum to kind of get themselves going and get like the momentum started.
Right. Well, that's swinging. A lot of it is swinging, but yeah, that's
but
cheating.
The one thing
also,
I noticed is that like even losing like 5 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, makes doing like push-ups and pull-ups like you lose 5 pounds, you notice it. Like you can do significantly more push-ups if you just lose a little bit of weight, and you wouldn't think like what's 2.5 more pounds on each arm, but it really does make a big difference.
Right.
So yeah, that's it for the comments. Wow, we've been going a while.
Yeah,
let's you want to call it?
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry and tired.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna eat some more fucking chicken and vegetables. Fun times. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Hive Mind number 41. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play, wherever you want to listen to us. And be sure to leave us comments in the comments below. I think a lot of people left a lot of comments this week, which is good. Or last week, I should say. It's good.
Right.
So leave us more comments. The comments always seem to lead to better discussions than our actual topics do. Have you noticed that? It kind of seems to be the way, which is good. I hope you guys enjoyed Hive Mind number 41, and we'll see you again next week. Have a good one.
Later.